Suafoa. Kia ora, no mai hara mai, hello and welcome to ILT Stadium, Southland in the deep south. Sky Broadband Rapid League coming your way. The Sharks and the Bulls, local royalty in the house. Donna Wilkins with us. Ready for a big afternoon of hoops. Sal's NBL not too far away. Sky Broadband Rapid League coming up. Justin Nelson, Casey Frank with you in the house. Always love coming to the deep south, Case.
Oh, Apio mai, everyone. Great to be here in Invercargill. It's cold outside, but the basketball action's about to heat up inside the building.
Sky Broadband Rapid League round 10. Let's have a look at the ladder as it stands at the moment. Another busy week of hoops. And we're headed down towards the south. Speaking of which, the Bulls and the Sharks. The Sharks had a great start to the season, Case, but they've lost their last 10.
But a bit of a struggle as of late, but a reassertion in the starting lineup, bringing that talent in, is going to lift the talent of the Sharks Rapid League team.
Well, the Bulls are on the road. Let's have a look at the starters for them this afternoon. Drew Leo Lasongiape in familiar territory, a Shark for the last couple of years. Christian Varno, great story here, has not missed a minute of action in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Quite amazing.
Iron Man, but I guess since it's less minutes, we're maybe aluminium man. I don't know, a more flexible metal of some sort, but still a great job by him to be available throughout the entirety.
As long as it's not aluminium. Let's have a look at the Sharks starters for this one this afternoon. Ben Hall, what a season he is having in the Sky Broadband Rapid League.
He shoots the ball really well. He's got a nice bit of size, so he can play inside, outside with Wheeler, the toughness. Connor Cole on screen right now, the way he's been showing off his deft inside shooting touch and scoring from down low as well has made them a much more dangerous offensive unit.
Looking forward to seeing the Sharks in action on their home floor. Chemist Warehouse head-to-head. Here's the tail of the tape. Both teams desperate for a win here today.
Well, they need to get it. The Bulls are fighting for that postseason possession, and the Sharks just trying to keep these winning ways going. Ben Hall and Drew Lasongiape, both very key to the chances of both squads. You see the points per game scored pretty similar, but it's defense where both teams need to improve. In particular, the Sharks, they need to find a way to slow down what can be a very high-octane scoring Bull squad.
Coin officials, Matt Bathurst, Regan Ashley, and Harry Apes. They've had an interesting day, it must be said. Of course, weather around the country not too kind to us at the moment. And a couple of flight disruptions, but they are here.
They got here on time.
They did.
Had to switch some guys out, had to switch the rosters around, but in the end, we got some talent to blow the whistles, and we're going to be good to go.
Ready for a start. Sky Broadband Rapid League this afternoon. Sal's NBL not too far away. Sunday hoops. You got to love it right here live on Sky Sport. And one thing we do love is the young ones who bring out the molten basketball.
Well, it's a big chance to see the players on the court. And here we set up nicely for the photography. Well done, hustling off. High five for Dad, who's got some footage for the social media as well.
I do appreciate that Dom Kelman-Poto gave himself a high five there. Underway, Sky Broadband Rapid League.
If they leave you hanging, you got to do something.
And it will be the Bulls with the first possession. Christian Varno and Drew Leo Lasongiape teaming up inside. What a start, DKP.
I just love the speed with which Drew Lasongiape came off that handoff, downhill, putting pressure on the defense, enabling DKP to get that roll off the pass.
A couple of former Sharks as well. Drew Leo and Dom Kelman-Poto. Cole inside, outside, Wheeler in the corner for three. Slightly off, and here come the Bulls.
Nice job defensively on a string as Male comes in with speed, gets the foul, but on the other side defensively, really like the way the Bulls were communicating. Drew Lasongiape came up for that help, meaning DKP had to transfer out, take another look at the drive. Halasiale Male gets some contact from Scott Telford, heads to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for two.
Both teams missing a few players this afternoon as well. Casey, of course, the New Zealand National Under-20 Championships are on in Christchurch at the moment, so no Riley Snow, no Quake Webster for the Sharks, and the Bulls, without a few regulars, Brodie Perry, Liam Davis, and Harry Coker-Gray.
Good luck to everybody playing in the national tournament. Going to be a great lot of fun. Everybody, I was always jealous of all the guys who played in those growing up because a lot of memories are forged there, and certainly, so that's where some of those battles start on the hardwood. They remember them for life.
Telfa looking to get the Sharks on the scoreboard for the first time today. Bulls lead it by 4 at the moment. Here comes Varno again.
Oh, DKP mismatch in the post. He wants to go to work. Vano's got the jumper, though.
Can shoot from deep and does. 7-zip start for the Bulls today.
Well, the Bulls are playing at a different pace right now. The Sharks aren't able to penetrate this defense at all yet. They have to get a paint touch this time down the court. Can't settle for a three.
The Bulls have lost their last 3 in the Rapid League. The Sharks have lost their last 10. Good up fake and drive from Telfer. Comes up short, though. Wheeler keeps it alive to Hall for 3. And the shot's not dropping early for the Orange Army.
Look, not bad looks, but the best one was Scott Telfer. They need more of that in the paint. Can't settle for these jump shots right now. That's playing into the Bulls' hands.
Songiape, step back for 3. Looks short, is short. Vano kept it alive. Perry on the run, inside. Milet off the glass, doesn't get it to go, but does draw the foul.
Pretty kid up on the rim with that shot. Almost shot it backwards with his back to it. Still in the normal shooting motion. Nice drive here by Cody Perry. And then look at this shot, almost a backwards jumper. Alasiale Male taking the contact and back to the Chemist Warehouse straight as the Bulls are building what could very soon become an insurmountable lead.
We mentioned Brody Perry missing today. There's often a fair bit of chat about his
younger brother's coming up strong.
I'll tell you what,
that's
I was about to say the same thing. Corey Perry doing his best.
That's looking, I mean, that's mid-80s Bon Jovi-esque right now.
He's got the mo to go with it as well.
Feathery.
I do appreciate it. See what the Sharks can do. That one knocked clear.
Look at the hustle. Look at the hustle.
Drew Leo throws it down, finishes it off. This is a big start for the Bulls.
I mean, Drew Leo Lasongape gets it on the back end. He finishes, but Christian Vano created that with that hustle. And then he takes the, ooh, I thought that was a charge, but excellent job by the Bulls. They have come out ready to play and have jumped onto the Southland Sharks on their home court.
Great to see the Bulls assistant coaches heavily involved in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. 11-zip start. Ben Hall off the glass. Still no score for the Sharks.
I like the process though, as Halamale comes down and he's just on a train tracks getting contact. This will be his 3rd trip to the free throw stripe on the other end. I don't mind what Southland's doing. It's a good attack inside, but the missed shots and the lack of transition D has put them in one heck of a hole just 2 minutes and 17 seconds into this ball game.
Halamale has carved out some minutes in the Sal's NBL this season as well.
He's been pretty productive. I mean, he's got a good, strong form. He's got a nice touch. He understands where to be on the court, and he certainly seems to be somebody that Coach Sebastian Gleim and the rest of the coaching staff really trusts that he knows what he's doing.
Seems like he's got a good IQ. Some early points for him today from the Chemist Warehouse. 13-zip start, quite amazing. Carpia through traffic, still looking for their first basket. Connor Cole on the board.
Once again, the process is good. Connor Cole is able to clean up the mess this time, but the Sharks need to start making these makeable looks because they've missed a lot of them up to this point. They are 1 for 7 from the field.
Songiape through the paint. Busy, draws another foul. So again, the Bulls back to the Chemist Warehouse.
Just a parade to the free throw line. The Bulls right now 3 of 4 from the field, but they're doing their damage at the Chemist Warehouse stripe. 6 for 6 from 15 feet away. And they're going to get 2 more opportunities here for Drew Leo Lasongape.
First one is good. Another busy day in the Sal's NBL. Sharks and the Bulls to come this afternoon. Jets and the Nuggets coming up tonight from Fly Palmy Arena. Nuggets with an improved showing against the Airs on Friday night, but still in that losing slump at the moment. The Sharks took them down last week on this floor.
Feeling good about it as well. Scott Telfer takes the contact, a bit determined. If I'm the Sharks right now, I want to see this basketball do more of the work. Nice move by Scott Telfer, but it's just him against the defense. If that help comes, they're in trouble. They need to swing that ball side to side, attack that second side of defense, and get that defense moving. Right now, they're just protecting the paint.
Here's Telfer at the stripe. Zoe Burton off to the back of the court there on the bike, preparing for the Sal's NBL later today. The captain, of course, of the Sharks.
How does the bike warm up your shooting hand? I don't get it.
That's all he's got to do, isn't it?
What are we doing? So just get that thing in a heat pack.
One of the best shooters in the competition, of course, Zoe Burton, especially from deep. Here's Varno. Songiapi's been active, hasn't he? Step back here from the Chemist Warehouse, drains that.
I love the situations the coaching staff is putting him. Coming off that handoff, a lot of speed. Defenders on their heels right now, and he's got a selection of what to do. 6 points on 66% shooting from the field.
Started well. Spent the last 2 seasons with the Sharks, of course. Drew Leo. Ben Hall. We know what he's capable of doing. And again, another trip to the line.
Well, that was just a push in the back there for Short. Came in and got beat on the drive, and you'll see here right at the end, he puts that arm into the back, pushes Ben Hall off the line, which isn't a bad foul, takes away the 2 points, but does allow the Sharks to set up their defense after a couple of attempts from the stripe. And it is just not the Sharks' day right now. But I'm going to look on the bright side of this, Justin. I think they're just saving it for the Southland NZNBL, where they're, you know, undefeated in the last 7 days.
Well, they'll take some confidence out of that win against the Nuggets last week, won't they? Ben Hall, the Cantabrian, a touch under 12 points a game in the Sky Broadband Rapid League this season.
Well, you can tell that there's just been a weight lifted off of this Sharks organization. Everyone much happier to get that success, but now they got to keep it going.
Drew Leo's come out with some intent, hasn't he? Short from the corner, leaves it short.
Well, Songiapi is a player who has been playing big minutes early in the season in the Southland NZNBL. As Barry meets Reefy underneath.
There's a couple of hairstyles there, isn't there?
I mean, nobody's better than Joe Reefy's rat's tail.
Well, that was
the ratty of the competition.
That was the battle of the rat's tail against the mullet right there.
Perry comes off hard on that one. Nice attack.
Here he is, Perry.
Corey Perry. Do they have? I met Brody's mom a couple of weeks back. I wonder, do you have to have a mullet in that household?
Did she have a mullet?
She did not. No, I'm talking about the boys. Did the boys have to have the mullet? Is it just necessary to have? Again, beats the buzzer. Songiapi putting it on. 8 points for him now, trying to make it 9.
What an opening quarter.
Good to see Drew play well. He's a very talented player whose minutes have dried up in the NBL as they've brought in more talent, but he is using the most of the opportunity today with the Bulls.
What a start. 19-6 opening quarter, Sky Broadband Rapid League this afternoon. The Bulls with some intent. Drew Leo Songiapi, maximum intent. 8 points in that opening quarter for him.
Yeah. Mentioned a couple of times in the quarter, but the Bulls coaching staff has done a nice job of putting him in a position to succeed. He's got the ball downhill, and not just throwing to him with static feet. He's already got that momentum going, putting the defense at a disadvantage. I'd like to see the Sharks do a little bit of that with their players now. Can they get the ball to some of their guys with movement of forethought, so they're coming off a turn, coming off an all ball with speed? Because right now, it is not where it needs to be. Andrew Wheeler coaching on one side. Who's coaching on the other? Got assistant coaching staffs coming through and taking over.
FIBA starter, $30 a month for the first 3 months, with thanks to our great friends at Sky Broadband. skybroadband.co.nz. Offer ends June 30. T's and C's apply. What an absolute beauty that is.
It's the best deal on fiber I think you can get. I don't know. I don't pay the bills. My wife tells me what things cost, and then I just agree.
You don't pay the bills?
Well, I mean, I guess I do technically.
Don't.
No.
No.
When I say that, technically, I mean technically they do come through to me, and I have to do it.
Gotcha.
But she tells me what we're getting.
Team effort.
Yeah. She says this is what we're getting. I'm like, okay.
Very good afternoon to Mia. Hope you're well.
She's at the zoo. I'm safe.
Is she? Getting the kids out of.
Enjoying the King's birthday
Sunday
weekend.
afternoon, of course. Hope you are. Wherever you may be watching on as well. Second quarter underway. Good start for the Bulls here this afternoon. Connor Cole deep two. That won't go. Myler with the rebound.
Well, another jump shot for the Sharks. Can't find a lot of activity inside. What do the Bulls counterattack with?
Perry floater inside. Nice.
But another paint touch. Getting in there, getting great looks time after time. Unbelievable shooting for the Bulls right now.
21-6 start to this one today. Both teams just going with the 6 players as well, Casey. Both have an import coming off the bench. in the NZNBL. Mark Hale, lots, of course, for the Sharks, and Josh Scott for the Bulls. No imports can play in the Rapid League. All about young Kiwi talent and some Kiwi experience from time to time as well. Carpia to Hall, just looking for a way past Kelman Poto. Turns it over on the pass. Here comes Perry down the floor, one way then the other, up, leaves it short. Unlucky, good move.
Well, he's in the land of the Giants there. Had to go with that mid-range runner, a bit difficult. Ben Hall gets fouled underneath. DKP raises his hand up, understands it.
Not sure what the hairstyle is for Dom Kelman Poto this afternoon. Here he is playing defense on Ben Hall. Just steps in underneath him.
Undercuts him on that one. Hairstyle has not affected the play, as it always does. Bulls 6 for 8 from the field, shooting 75%. Have not missed a shot inside the arc.
There it is. What is it? Tire treads? Oh no, a little bit of...
it looks like some Samoan heritage.
Samoan, of course, yeah. Language week. Very impressive. Always comes up with something special, Dom Kelman Poto. This time he draws the foul. Andrew Wheeler played his 100th NZNBL game a couple of weeks ago. He's been toiling away for many, many years in his hometown here in Invercargill. One of the originals.
Yeah, for quite a long time. Crossed 100 recently.
Milet just disposes of Scotty Telfer.
He's got a low center of gravity, does Milet, and uses it well to spin off. 15-point lead now, as the Sharks are searching for answers on both ends.
23-8, the lead to the Bulls. Telfer off the glass, he draws a foul. So we're seeing a lot of contact at the rim here this afternoon.
Well, to me, it's really a simple solution for the Sharks. They need to start playing together. This is the first catch coming down and just going up against a wall of defenders. He fortunately gets the whistle, but the Sharks need to get some kind of motion going. They need that ball to get side to side, because what they're doing right now is just trying to hammer a square peg through a round hole.
Guy Malloy sitting down the end of the Sharks bench. A lot happier today and this week after that win in round 9 over the Nuggets.
I think it's a relieved organization, but the messaging hasn't shifted at all today. It's, well, we want more. We want more. It feels better, good to get there, but that is just step one for the Sharks team as they continue to try and save a little bit of their season.
You get to see Cooper Robb this afternoon. New import, played his opening game in round 9. Drew Leo leaving it short from the arc. Carpia, the Wellingtonian, to the Cantabrian, to the Aucklander. Telfer comes up short. Now Lasongi Ape, strong, heavy contact there, no whistle.
That's a tough no call. I think either way, there was some kind of contact there that probably deserved a whistle.
Wheeler playing all over Lasongi Ape at the moment. Short, inside, pulls up.
Right place, right time. DKP with the putback. And there's Andrew Wheeler taking a replay of the no whistle. I'm always happy to see a no whistle when it doesn't really affect things. Keep this game moving.
You never let me down, Casey Frank. Connor Cole, Telfer, and now we're going to call that contact at the other end.
Oh, it doesn't count. Round
10 Rapid League winners.
Not sure why that one doesn't count. It looked like the whistle was after he had picked it up. Scott Telfer having the same conversation.
Saints took down the Fire by 7. Hawks over the Giants by 1. What a thriller that was between two of the better Sky Broadband Rapid League teams. Close game. Airs over the Nuggets by 12. Rams against the Hawks by 16. Tuatara and the Saints. What a game that was last night in the Rapid League. Overtime. What a thriller.
Kasler Evans Jr.
Wow.
Just call him butter.
The big baskets to tie it up and then win it in overtime.
Impossible shots. Apparently not, because he made him, but still.
31-29 the score that was. Saints in a bit of form at the moment in the Rapid League. Charging up the ladder. Here's Telfer. Had a lot of looks so far in the first half here. Travel in there, a little bit of contact, no whistle again.
I think he just lost the ball, tried to bat it at the hoop.
Miley, strong stuff.
Now, he is playing so well in transition, light on his feet for a bigger fella.
Tell you what's in jeopardy right now, and that is the highest score of the season. 27 at the moment in the opening half for the Bulls. What is the record? 54 for the Rams. Hall from the corner, in and out. Connor Cole picks it up, puts it in.
So DKP just lost concentration, thought that was going long. Instead it comes to the side. Connor Cole, good play.
Dying seconds.
Oh, and one.
Nathaniel Short.
With a subdued celebration.
So Short will go to the Chemist Warehouse for the bonus here. Young man getting an opportunity for the Bulls today with a number of players off at the under-20 nationals.
Making the most of it in transition. Aggressive to the cup, takes the harm, gets the hoop. Now a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
There'll be an all-star 5 for the Sky Broadband Rapid League this year, Case. Inaugural year, of course, for this new innovation. What were some of the players you think might make that all-star 5?
I am not ready to make that commitment, Justin. It's gonna, I think that's going to take some tape. I mean, a lot of players playing well.
Nick Davidson
Alpe comes off the bat. Nick Davidson certainly playing very well. A lot of guys on that
Hayden Jones.
Giants team. Reefy misses it. Cole misses the putback. And the quarter is over.
Half-time, 30-13. Bulls leading this one by 17. Impressive stuff over the opening 8 minutes. Of course, Sky Broadband Rapid League 4 by 4 minutes. And they are dominating the Chemist Warehouse stats so far. Big first half for the Bulls. And it happens right from the start, opening seconds.
30 piece at halftime. That's the first play of the game. Look at the speed with which Lasonge Alpe comes off that on ball. Beautiful pass inside. The unselfishness continues. Inside, outside attack. The hustle by Vado opening up this opportunity for the explosive Lasonge Alpe. Getting up and the rim. The Sharks started to find a little bit. And it's tougher when they started attacking the rim, attacking the glass, giving themselves second chance opportunities. But they were unable to slow down this Bulls unit, who had played with ferocity on the offensive end. 10 for 16 from the field at 63%. Didn't shoot it very well, just 1 for 5 from deep, but it did not matter because the Bulls were physically imposing themselves on the opposition. A little bit of light at the end of the day. But the Bulls scoring nearly as many in that first half as they average on the season, averaging about 34 points per game coming in. 30 at halftime, and you can see why. Look at those stats. Dominating shooting the basketball. 9 for 10 from the stripe. Defensively, the Sharks have been affected by what the Bulls are doing. Just 14% from the floor, 0 for 5 from behind the arc. And when you're shooting the ball like that, you may be able to build a house, but you ain't gonna get a dub.
Sal's Super Special for round 10, the large Nonna pizza, just $30. Sal's Kicks, I like that for a code. That's a good one. That's available till next Tuesday. The QR code there for you as well. No better way to celebrate the long weekend than with a little bit of Sal's.
With Sal's? I'm sure the king likes pizza. And if he likes pizza, he'd like the king of pizzas in New Zealand. That's got to be Sal's, right?
I like the way you've tied all that together.
You know, just put a bow on it.
Well, top scorer right there in the opening half here this afternoon. Halamile, 10 points. I don't think he's missed a shot, has he?
Hasn't missed from the field. 2 for 2, but 6 for 6 from the stripe to go along with 6 rebounds.
Dominated.
He's playing well. His physicality, along with his ability to move, be light on his feet, has really been carving up this Sharks defense.
Second half underway. Sal's NBL to come this afternoon from the Deep South, the Sharks and the Bulls. Milet, 10 and 6. Stays at 10 and 6 from the opening half. He's been terrific. Perry comes out to him for 3. Now the Sharks with their first chance of the second half. Reefy through traffic. Nice basket, young man.
Much better speed that time down. They push it in transition, get a shot off an attack at the rim before the Bulls defense gets set. Much easier that way.
Just the start of the Sharks wanted. And now they go again through Ben Hall.
Like to see them keep pushing this pace. You see the Bulls settling a little bit on that jump shot, but the Sharks not settling on this end, attacking the rim, looking like a different team offensively in the second half.
Back-to-back, opening 4 points of this third quarter for the Southland Sharks.
Look how Andrew Wheeler's guarding Drew Lasonga now, denying him 6-7 feet beyond three. And that's affected the offense. Vano gets the turnover there. Wanted. Lasonga coming up high instead. Turns the corner, nowhere to go. 13-point lead, looking to get trimmed again by the Sharks.
Terrific start in this third quarter. Can they go again? Maybe. Cole inside. Good hand in the end from Lasonga.
Well, he jumped before Connor Cole caught the ball, but he's got that type of athleticism. He hung up in the air. Look at this. Catch the ball. He's already in the air. He hasn't even started a shot yet. Blocked that one out the scat.
Huge athleticism. Lasonga, Wheeler with some space inside. Back of the iron.
But another rim attack, got the foot paint touch before he put it up. Not a bad offense.
Rebound number 7 for Halamaile as well.
Can the Sharks continue the defense on this end? That's a long ways out for Wheeler to guard Lasonga.
Lasonga all the way to the hoop. Shot wasn't the best. Perry, tough. Look at the rebound. Sharks come up with it. Carpia receives from Hall. Oh, banks it in.
Shot. I'm going to say he called that one. I don't know.
And player timeout for the Bulls. So Drew Lasonga showing a little bit of leadership here. He knows the Sharks are on the run. They're on the move and closing this gap to 10. Here's the three from Matariki Carpia, and the Bulls need to have a chat.
I mean, he's got no smiles on his face. I think he might have called that one. But I like your point about some good leadership. Quite often you have to save that timeout, but this has been a heck of a run for the Sharks. They've now cut it to 10. About to be single digits for the first time since about halfway through the first quarter. So he's pulled those guys together. Let's see if it has an effect on the way they're executing on this end and the communication defensively, which is what's really breaking down in particular in transition.
7-zip start to this third quarter for the Sharks. They average 34 a game. Their problem's more at the defensive end this season, where they've given up 39. See how the Bulls respond out of that player timeout. They respond nearly with a turnover. Wheeler all over Lasonga.
That pass delivered just a little bit late, a bit behind Lasonga, enabling Wheeler to get back into it and knock it out of bounds.
Shot clock at 8 now, and another turnover. So the Sharks are coming as Mile eventually picks it up.
And I understand why he's letting the ball dribble, but where you touch it, that's where they get the ball on the sideline. Yeah. So now this is a very deep possession opportunity on the sideline out of bounds. A lot of offensive options out of here, including directly into the post if they want it.
Can they go again, the Sharks? Carpia already banked one in from downtown. Hall inside, or Miley reaching around.
It's a tough angle always, straight down the pipe from the top of the key, trying to insert on a post pass, especially if you put it on a straight line. You need to lob that, you need to bounce past that. Fortunately for the Sharks, Miley was called for the foul.
Connor Cole, deep two. Good look, wasn't too far away.
Bulls need to find some activity in transition as well, get themselves going before the defense sets.
Perry pulls up for three, that one short. Carpia snaps it up. Now he gets on the move through traffic, sends it back. Ben Hall underneath, great pass, Connor Cole.
Look at the difference in mindset for the Sharks here in the second half. Ben Hall turns down that open three-pointer because they're 1 for 6 right now from deep. Gets it inside, Cole gets the bucket.
What a run for the Sharks, 9-zip, and they force it again. No, Miley got it back. Perry underneath, off hands, Sharks ball.
What a change. What a difference a half makes. This Sharks unit didn't look like they could find water if they fell out of a boat, but all of a sudden the offense is going, the hustle is coming, and things are going their way. You see that off the hand of Male there, good call.
Well, they've done it in 2.5 minutes as well, Case.
11-0 run here in the third quarter.
Right in it. Crowd in early for this one. Reefy off the glass. Disappointing right there. Now Vano. Truleo gives it up to Perry. Up high off the glass. That was a handy basket.
Nice extra pass by Lasonga. He could have shot that out of the corner. Instead, he kicks it on. They get a better quality look at. They stop the bleeding, stretch it back to a 10-point lead.
Hall Perry in front of him, blows past him off the glass. Really well done by Ben Hall. Scotty Telfer's happy.
Attacking the rim, not settling. The aggressiveness has gotten the Sharks back in this ballgame.
Dying seconds of the third quarter. Sky Broadband rapidly. Perry, nowhere to go. Varno, shot clock, single digits. Myle gets it back, pulls up and puts it down. What a game for him today.
Beautiful touch on display there. Nice delivery by Perry to give him to the ball, or Varno to give him the ball on that roll. Then the kiss off the glass with multiple defenders coming at him. Not an easy shot to make, but he makes it look so.
He's up to 12 and 8. Last shot you would think of the third quarter to go the way of the Sharks. Wheeler wants it in the corner. Instead it goes to Ben Hall for 3. Right on the buzzer.
Well, what a quarter for the Sharks. 27 points on the board. And they outscore the Bulls 14-4 that quarter, making up 10 points in the deficit. And all of a sudden, we got ourselves a ball game.
And that's how quickly it can happen in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, just like that. All of the stats with thanks to Chemist Warehouse and Casey. That third quarter belonging to the team in orange.
Just play much more basketball, or much better basketball, more decisive offensively. They picked up the pace in transition. In the half court, they stopped settling for jump shots. They started imposing their will on the opposition, and those paint touches, those paint scores, so important for a team when they're coming back. And I like that they didn't fall in love with a three-point shot. Quite often when you're down big, teams just start chucking the ball from deep. It's about shot quality, not quantity, and that has gotten the Sharks back in this ballgame.
Sal's NBL coming up today. Sharks and the Bulls, of course. Right after this one.
How about this Sharks unit? More points in that third quarter than they scored in the first half. 14 points to 13. And for the Bulls, opening quarter 19, second quarter 11, 30 at halftime, just 4 in that stanza, down to a point a minute. They need to rediscover that offensive level of efficiency and speed with which they started this game.
Jets and the Nuggets later today. Casey, what are your thoughts on that one in the Sal's NBL?
The Nuggets played their best basketball in about a month earlier this week against Taranaki. Made it a close game, still lost, but they're in a much better place they were than a week ago. The Jets, I'm interested to see what a week of training comes together for them as Sharks lose that ball out of bounds. It's just unable to be held on to by Kapia there.
Lil Whitney, of course, the new import for the Jets, had his first outing last week. We saw that game, and he looked okay first up.
Looked solid, you know, had a lot going for him in that mid-range jump shot. I think as a squad, the Jets need to do a better job executing down the stretch as we see an offensive foul on DKP. Got that leg out a little bit far. But the Jets, I think, with a week of training, much better in terms of positional stability. Everybody's at where they need to be now. So it's a possibility they get that win, but the Nuggets play like they did earlier this week. The Jets will be tough.
Sunday night game in the Sal's NBL later today. Speaking of new imports, the Bulls have got a new face this afternoon as well.
Yeah, just off the plane and looking to replace Jamal Brantley.
Lee Skinner, 31 years of age.
And it's always difficult to find players at this time, but the Bulls feel like they've got that another piece to that inside presence for them at the power forward position.
Margin at 9, make it 7 as Ben Hall cuts his way through to the key and to the basket.
Looks a different player offensively here in the second half, and it's all about that rim attack, finishing very well.
Myle looking at a double-double, just 1 rebound short at the moment. Loose ball picked up, Sharks swoop, here they come again with numbers. Ben Hall, another 2.
Nice attack there by Ben Hall in transition once again, setting up, getting those offensive buckets going before the defense is able to set up.
Is that 5? 17 at halftime. Lasungi Ape just strong, bodies his way to the basket, puts it down, he's off to the Chemist Warehouse.
Well, stepping up big late. They had such a big lead. He lost a bit of that rhythm. Had, I think, 8 points in the first quarter. He's still at 8 now. Now he's on 10 after that bucket, a chance to get to 11. And much the same recipe as it was for the Sharks. Don't settle for that mid-range, attack the basket.
Smiling away, Drew Lau Lasungi Ape averages 10 a game in the Rapid League, up to 11 in this one. Margin at 8. What can the Sharks answer with? Connor Cole A lot of injuries through his young career so far. Ben Hall up fake. Again he goes. Oh, he's fired right up, Ben Hall.
Well, a completely different player than we saw in the first half. He was just shooting jump shots. He was just not getting it done, but now he's up to 15 points on 60% shooting.
He's the man right now, isn't he? Lasongi Ape using the body of Kelman Poto. Milet, oh, got bailed out there late. Scotty Telfer, not a lot of contact there.
Just 3 seconds on the shot clock when that whistle was done. And it looked like Siale Male created that contact. He dribbled in, but you see Scott Telfer not in great defensive position, still sliding over. That's why he gets pinged with a whistle. Shot clock back to 14. Sharks need to dig deep for another stop.
1:57 to play in this one. The Sharks have come right back into the contest. Never had the lead though. Varno pulls up, in and out for three. Now the Sharks with a chance to reduce it further.
Where's Ben Hall? Can the Sharks find him and get him in the position to score?
Apparently, yes. Firing away, Ben Hall!
Up to 18 now, and he is hot. Didn't even let that thing touch his hands for a millisecond before it was going up. One possession ball game.
What a half from Ben Hall. Bulls charged out early. Now they're being tracked down. Lasongi Ape off the glass. Just lost a handle on it.
Take another look at that triple, but we're back the other way. Ben Hall gets it in transition, misses. Scott Kelfer gets the putback while we were at that replay.
So Telfer on the run with Ben Hall.
Well, these counterattacks have been brilliant. That's off a made basket. They were able to get that 2-on-1, and we were able to catch it just at that second make as Telfer came in. We'll take
margin at 3. Bulls, I think, led this game 13-zip, was it, at the start?
They got off to they got off the blocks quick. But as any good coach will tell you, it's how you finish, not how you start. And the Sharks maybe going to pick up another miracle victory here.
Even Guy Malloy up now as well. Pass underneath somehow found its way to Perry. Shot clock at 6, at 5. Lasongi Ape one way then the other. Tough. They've lost it underneath. Sharks come up with it. 39.6 to play.
Just lost the awareness of when he was going to get that shot up. The shot clock ran out on him. Nowhere to go in this one, and has it done.
I'll be staggered if this isn't going into the hands of Ben Hall. What a game. 18 points. Telfer. He might get a lane to the basket. He does. We're back to 1.
The Bulls get the ball, and remember, the Bulls do not have a player timeout, only a 1-second differential. They should take the last shot here, but the Sharks, they need to foul. There's not enough time there for them to play an entire possession of defense. They need to foul now.
Only a second between, and Wheeler knows it, steps across, commits the foul, 9.1.
Unfortunate loss of communication. That foul should have happened 15 seconds ago. When you're down to 1 point, you want to stretch the game out, and the Bulls not yet in the bonus, so they have to foul again the second this gets in. A lot of time has been wasted.
Yeah, straight away, they've got to commit a foul here. Got a buzzer on the sideline. In fact, that might be the bonus now, is it? It is.
Oh, that's unfortunate for the Sharks. They just put that one up late on the scoreboard here in the arena. It's our confusion, but a chance. This actually works out better for the Sharks. Less time comes off. Remember, they still have their player timeout. Make or miss here. Look for them to call that off the rebound or off the inbound and put up some good shot.
First one misses. Big chance, Sharks. And the players on the court have fully communicated here as well. They know they've got their player timeout available. Second shot down. Telfer will call it here, or he doesn't.
Call a timeout. Why?
He does now, and he's literally burnt 2.5 seconds.
I don't get that. I don't understand why you waste a little time there. You want every second when you're down. You just want every second. It's actually a 42-40 score here, so just don't have we've lost a point up on the scoreboard on your screen. So
yeah, it is a 2-point margin, 42-40. I wonder if Scotty Telfer knew the rules then. Ball doesn't have to be in play to call the player timeout. It just has to be in your hands.
Just has to be in your hands. That 3 seconds could prove valuable. The Sharks have to attack a little bit more quickly here. And there's one guy I'm going to. If they don't get the ball to Ben Hall, I don't know what the Sharks are doing.
In an instant, he'll come up from down low here. Here he is on the turn. Can't get it. Oh, Perry stepping in the way there, knocks it out of play. 6.6.
Aggressive play there by Scott Telfer. He had Ben Hall coming up. He was open. The switch was happening, so it left wheels open and, well, out of bounds off the touch.
Perry's got the job on Hall. He wraps him up. He's fouled him.
They're saying shooting.
They are.
Now, I don't see how that was shooting. You've got to actually have possession of the basketball. But that foul to me almost looks like it's before the ball is inbounded. So the Sharks fortunate, or sorry, the Bulls fortunate not to give up free throws and possession.
No doubt. Hall now at the Chemist Warehouse. First one is good. Here we go. 1 point in at 5.7. No player timeouts either team. We go into overtime. It's 1 minute, of course.
It comes down to this.
Ben Hall puts it down.
No timeout for the Bulls. They have to get this shot up in 5 seconds.
Got to go the length. Varno, Wheeler, they can't foul the Sharks. Varno pulls up and it's in. Oh, what a finish. Christian Varno for the winner. And the Bulls get it.
Well, it looked like they were on the ropes, but the last second, Christian Varno wanted to go right, has to go left. It's a good look at it and somehow finds the front of the rim. The Bulls ecstatic. The Sharks pipped at the post.
Have a look at that. They started on fire. They finished with the winning basket. The Sharks made a great contest of it. And the Bulls get the win.
Well, unbelievably done by the Bulls to dig deep after really just losing their way for 10 minutes or 8 minutes there. Didn't know what they were doing, but in the end, they're just enough to get the dub.
So the first one of the day is one and done. The Bulls in a thriller. Now our attention turns to the NZNBL. We'll see you back at ILT Stadium, Southland shortly.
We're going to catch a little bit of luck as we get to one of these rapid league games anytime soon. I reckon there's 3 games I reckon here on the Shark team that have gone one way or the other, right on the buzzer. But you know, those boys put on a great show. Must admit, I wasn't that confident at half time at 17, but what a comeback for the Sharks by the man who must be close now, I reckon, to the MVP ratings of the rapid league. We will be after that performance out there. Our own Ben Hall finishes 20 points, came alive in that second half. So, yeah, 20 points with 9 from Scott Talbot and 6 out of Connor Cole as well too. And that really sets us up to watch it be a fascinating game. Been a great week around Sharks HQ. Boys have had a good week's training. I mentioned for those of you just coming in as well, the team news, there was a questionable status put on Caleb Asbury, but as you can see, Caleb, who's been back in the office this past week, you know, I mean, he's come back to camp for a week. How product was that be? So great to see him out there as well, and he was good to start today, which is fantastic. We saw the games briefly up on screen, of course, and this round number 10 of the Cells NBL. So Saints opened on Wednesday night with a victory up over the 5. Hawks was a good quality one actually, and Nelson on Thursday night. He has got the business done over the Nuggets, the stretch there, losing the streak. Say it with me. Always a shame when a player goes on a losing streak, isn't it? Rams, they got the part out of money. Cup levels in, travelling along well. Also victory up over the Hawks yesterday, and then the Tuatara also looking impressive in that victory over the Saints last night. We're in business, of course, and then the Nuggets have to go back up on the road, taking on the Jets and Hearts and North later on this afternoon as well. So if you have a look at the points table, you can see that, I mentioned this last week, we've got this split, although the Hawks and Giants and 5 all moved themselves to 5 points on the points table. Bulls sitting in 5th place there with 7-4 record from near 11 games. And how good is that 1-1 for us? Yeah, like that. Unfortunately, we lost one more game. So that's still something. But anyway, so let's see if we can get ourselves on a little bit of a run. And yeah, those boys in that rapidly game are certainly showing us how to do it, which is good stuff. Remember, of course, we've got the group from the Edge who are with us on the way in. So if you haven't screened the pick, you've still got a chance to get out there, see them and say cheese with South Pizza. Here's some of you from last week. And they went up and over the Nuggets, which is good stuff. Got the chance to take away some pre-sale pizza. If you say cheese on the way in, get your photo with the Edge team, and keep an eye on our social media channels, so you can do some things to Cells or people for you or pizza. And through the Edge. Bulls lineup. The one that has just made his way to the Franklin bench. He's a guy that started his NBL career here in Invercargill for the Sharks in 2012. And tonight, Ethan Rusbatch plays his 200th NBL game. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a big round of applause and give it up for Ethan Rusbatch. 200 today. On your mate. Bear in mind, it's the last nice thing we're going to say about this afternoon. Good man, as I say, he's the first 4 of those games. And the start of his NBL career was for the Sharks back in 2012. Came in during that season, I think, as an injury replacement actually. And now he's played another 196. Good check of those in Hawke's Bay. And here, of course, now for the Franklin Bulls. And as you know, he made an appearance in Sharks colours at the 3x3 for us last year as well too. took us to a third place finish. With that deadly shooting from long range. Let's hope. And we're going to see 2 minutes of that tonight. Hey. Then 15 minutes to move on. And San Francisco back. The Sharks against the Bulls. And round 10. Give a shout out to the Southland basketball crew. We mentioned in that early flash, no quite winter or wide snow. It's because they, along with one of our training partners, Isaac Green, are all in action and running all over the footlocker New Zealand under-20 nationals that are being staged here. And Southland's opening couple of games on Friday to Nelson and Waikato West. Yesterday they pushed ball the whole way and then the just lost by 4 and 81 to 77. I know Quakers and Riley have been pulling it up all week. Over Stevens, they've 34 as well too. So he's, I think, sitting about 5th on the points per game coming into today's games anyway. Averaging 26 a game. 20 Riley holding the rebounds and 17 plus points as well. So they're into the playoffs for 13 through 17. And 20 nationals like Southland. So they have a feed earlier this afternoon and will be probably winding its way to its conclusion. We'll see if we can score up there for you before the afternoon's done. And then they play Waikato Country tonight at 6:30. So we wish Quake, Riley and I all the best as they continue the under-20s for Southland basketball and rugby. Remember, we're playing Fortune Teller for those of you that have just arrived. We gave us a shout earlier in the Rapid League game. So what we're looking for is the first Shark to draw a foul in the main game. That's what we're looking for. The first Shark to be fouled in the main game. So something a little different. It's a little random. But that's what we're going to go for with SBS Bank Fortune Teller tonight. Or this afternoon. So what you need to do is just text through the name of the Shark you think will be fouled first, and also text your name at the same time through the number up on the screen, and you'll give yourself a chance to take away an SBS Bank prize pack thanks to the bank that supports Southland and the Sharks. SBS Bank. First Shark to be fouled in the main game.
Basketball is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster. E for excitement, entertainment, energy, and epic. Cells NBL 2024 is rated E. Back to the moon. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone. And I don't care what you think you got. It's not fair what you think you got.
Malo great to have you with us. Kia ora. Hope you're well. Cells NBL round 10 action from the deep south. The Sharks and the Bulls coming your way this afternoon. Some Sunday action. Gotta love it. And the Sharks, have they turned the corner? Justin Nelson, Casey Frank with you. We share 4 Cells NBL championships between us. Great to see you.
Congratulations on your contribution to that. Fantastic. I feel mine. Everybody at home, welcome here in beautiful Invercargill, where the weather's not the best outside, but the basketball's going to be a whole lot better in here.
Sharks, of course, got their first win of the season last week. Took down the Nuggets. The Bulls venturing south, looking for a win of their own. Here's the viewer poll, themixandpicks.com. Get involved. Sharks with 20% of the vote at the moment, but the Bulls leading the way, according to you, the fans.
And not wrong on that one. The Bulls have been playing great basketball, but this is a different Sharks team. They got their tail whooped in Franklin a few weeks ago. They've got a real chance to make some damage in today's game.
Well, let's have a look at the results so far in round 10. It has been super busy as always, and some hot games as well. We started on Wednesday night with the Fi and the Saints.
Saints getting the job done on the road despite Ira Lee joining the roster, but the Hawks, a huge win against the Giants, giving them pole position in that chase for the 6th spot. The Nuggets improve basketball, but the Airs keep their march at home going. The Rams dominant against the Hawks at times. 9 games of winning streak. Did I mention winning streaks? How about the Tuatara up to 10 after a fiercely contested battle last night in Auckland?
Yeah, they're the 2 informed teams, aren't they, Casey? The Rams and the Tuatara. And that game last night had everything, of course. The Jets and the Nuggets still to come in round 10. Cells NBL ladder, Bulls in the top half. The Sharks, well, they got one on the board, and that comes with a little bit of confidence into this one today.
One counts as a streak. Keep the streak alive. The Bulls do not want to be the second team to come down, but when they play their best, they are tough to handle indeed. A lot of it has to do with that big fella right there.
Let's have a look at the Bulls starters today. Mohammed Davidson, Rusbatch, Skinner, and Timmins. The 2 big stories here. Ethan Rusbatch, game number 200 for him. Congratulations. And Lee Skinner, incoming import.
Coming in from Cyprus, most recently averaged 13.5 points and 7 rebounds. A physical player that they're going to use to replace Jamal Brantley. Probably better offensively. Remains to be seen what he does on the defensive end.
Battle of the big man important today. Slamming Sam Timmins, putting one down in warm-ups. He's had a great season, averaging a double-double.
And leads the league in block percentage. The reason they can protect the rim is because of him, but it's going to be a little bit tougher today against somebody in his own side zone.
Made his Sky Sport commentary debut a couple of weeks ago as well. Let's go and have a chat now with Sam Timmins.
Sam, big game today for the Bulls, trying to keep pace with the top of the ladder. First for the Sharks, you're matching up against Cal McRae. When you're coming up against a guy that size, what's in your mindset in the game plan to try and limit what he's effective at?
He's pretty central to their offense, and he spends a lot of time on the perimeter, you know, in those facilitator roles. So I just got to pressure the ball, make it tough for him to see those passing angles, and then try and, you know, he plays a lot of minutes for them, so I'm trying to get up and down the floor and wear him out.
And a bit of a flux time for the Bulls as well. You welcome a new import who hasn't been here for long, but still trying to do the game plan that you guys have been good with all year, a lot of scoring inside the paint. What are you trying to do today specifically to get the victory?
I mean, we've had people kind of feels like coming in and out all season, so going to be more of the same. Just going to make sure that we do our job, make it easy for Lee to come in and slot in, and going to be a good time.
Well, no doubt these are 2 teams, Casey, that have rung the changes aplenty in the last few weeks. The Sharks, let's have a look at their starters today. Cooper Robb made his debut last week, played big minutes. Expect to see him involved in it this afternoon for the Sharks. Burton, Asprey, Inga, and McRae.
Well, McRae and Timmins, that's a battle, but for me, it's all about Rob. If he can keep Luther Muhammad beneath his average and play solid defense, that's going to go a long ways towards success for the Sharks.
Cal McRae, of course, was with the Nelson Giants last season. He's now at the Shark Tank, and he, too, is putting together an impressive season.
He's playing well, especially facilitating the ball. Just under 4 assists per game, a double-double machine. And it's always good when the big fellas can bang against somebody their own size, so we're going to see what he's really capable of today.
Great matchup, of course, with Sam Timmins today, the man from Manawatu. Let's have a chat now with Cal McRae.
Well, Cal, big matchup today against Sam Timmins, 2 of the premier bigs in this competition. When you come against somebody who's skilled and in your same weight class height-wise, what's your thought process in trying to limit the things he does well?
I think just being as physical as I can with him, keep him off the glass, make him everything hot. That's pretty much it, yeah.
For the Sharks, you got that win a round to go. Still some room to improvement. What are the Sharks looking to tweak and get a little bit better at to hopefully grab a win today against the Bulls?
I think limiting points in the paint, especially against this team, is going to be big for us, but just for the season, just keeping teams scoring outside, yeah, pretty much.
Well, let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head, the tail of the tape between the Sharks and the Bulls.
Well, first off the bat, you see the scoring. The Sharks struggle at times to get the ball in the hoop. The Bulls, very good at it, especially in the mid-range. That's why they're top of the competition in field goal percentage. The Sharks, that's why they're at the bottom. And the Bulls do it on the interior, 50 points per game in the paint. That's incredible. The Sharks need to slow that down and lift their own abilities in that same area. One place the Sharks are better at, fouling. They don't foul as much. The Bulls, they are sending a lot of fouls, and Justin, you've been doing some good stat work on that.
Yeah, fascinating stat during the week was revealed. The Bulls giving up 1 in 5 points from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. So 20% of the score against the Bulls is coming from the stripe. They need to limit their fouls. There's our coin officials for this one this afternoon. The Sharks on the board last week got their first win of the season, took down their neighbours, their nearby arch rivals in the Nuggets. And they did it in style, Case.
They certainly did, and they did it because they had season best in a number of categories. They had their highest field goal percentage, 53% from the field. Their most points in the paint, they had 52 points down there. Their tie for most points overall, they had 99, a 126 offensive rating. They shot 91% from the free throw line, and season best in defensive rebounds and a low in turnovers. Second best in made threes at 9 and second best in steals. That was their best game of the season, but it is what they're capable of. Previous to that, their losses, they were not playing to the level that they needed to. Have they found another level, or are they going to sink it back to the mean and perform like they did the first 9 rounds of the season?
Sharks have jumped up a little bit, according to the viewers, 21%. Believing they'll get the win today. The Bulls still favoured heavily in this one. There's Cal McRae. Zoe Burton, she's having a good season since coming back from that early hamstring injury. He will be in the thick of it here today.
Well, that jumper stays pure, and I think it's really important that he is now just getting back to full strength. Missed a lot of time with a hamstring. It takes a little bit while to get back. Now with Burton on one side shooting threes, Inger on the other side shooting threes, as we take a look at that fantastic Samoan design. Well done, DKP. And
never lets us down.
Never lets us down. Well, he did once, but I'm not going to say why. Not jokes. He's the best. DKP's the best. But with shooting on both sides of the court, it really opens things up for Cal McRae on the interior, for Mark Hale Lots on the interior, and for driving lanes for guys like Caleb Asbury. A vastly different team than we saw the first few weeks. The talent level is up. The effort levels are maintained. They're still there playing hard, and they've got a big opportunity here against the Bulls to beat a team that no one expects them to get a win against, despite what the whole poll says at 21%.
Ethan Rusbatch, game number 200 for him this afternoon. What a stellar career he has put together over the years in the Cells NBL and at international level as well. He looks ready to step out for the Tall Blacks in the coming weeks. Congratulations to Ethan Rusbatch.
200. And Ethan Rusbatch began his career here, funnily enough, 2012, started for the Sharks, got a few games in. So it's all back to where it began, and it still looks fresh as a daisy. I'll tell you what, we're gonna have to find out what his secrets are. I know he's a vegan. Does he have any other secrets, Justin? We might have to come back to that.
There he is, Ethan Rusbatch. As you mentioned, former Shark, spent some time with the Hawks, and he's a sharp shooter. He's been playing big minutes the last couple of weeks as well, going at 18 points a game in his last 2 games, 4 triples a game, and playing 37 minutes in each of the last 2.
Well, I think Coach Sebastian Glam started to understand the type of player he is. He's not a guy that you throw to on the wing and let him go to work. You need to run actions for him. You need to get penetration from one side and kick it to him out to the other. A better understanding of how to utilize his skill set has led to improved performance.
Strap yourself in for this one this afternoon. A real danger game for the Bulls. The Sharks on the board for the first time. last round. Zoe Burton will be a key player. Love our Molten ball carriers coming out and presenting the ball. And getting the photo taken, of course. Can't forget the snapshot.
Young Murray, that's one for the pool room. That is giving up a lot of height between those two. He gives a 5 to Sam Timmons. He was thinking twice about it, though. I like the hesitance.
I do like it when the opposition centres get involved as well in the pre-game. Here we go, Sunday afternoon action in the NZNBL. Coming to you live on Sky Open, Sky Sport, right around the world, ESPN throughout the States, and through FIBA everywhere else on the planet. Cal McRae. Here's Rob. First look at him today. Pulls it up.
I like the action, a lot of movement off that, forcing that Bulls defense to rotate, because this is a stout defense if you leave them in place, but you have to get them going side to side and force them out of position. Otherwise, positionally, they do a nice job.
6'1" point guard. Super Rob out of Kentucky. Zoe Burton with the floater. Left it short. Davidson rebound. Here come the Bulls.
Went with the runner. Difficult shot for him.
Oh, on the spin. Isaac Davidson. Good afternoon to you.
Known as a jump shooter, but that time took it to the cup.
And there's the answer for the Sharkies.
Zoe Burton in transition. Love what Rob has brought to this team. That transition attack was not there a few weeks ago.
Basket apiece early. Here's the big fellas. Sam Timmons inside. Good defense in the end. Up strong. Cal McRae.
He jumped once, but he stayed in his zone. Didn't leave that position.
Rob pulls up for 3.
Rob, I believe, just 8 points a week ago, but 40 minutes. Look for him to get more involved offensively. Now that he's a bit more comfortable with what the team needs from him.
He had 9 last week, Casey, and 5 assists as well. He'll be a lot better from having spent a week of training with his team. Here's Mohammed, first shot for him.
Last time the Sharks played this Bulls team, we had McRae in drops. Luther Muhammad was coming off and just banging those 17-footers, 15-footers. Look for a bit of adjustment there to make things more difficult for him.
Key matchup, isn't it? Rob and Mohammed. Here's Asprey. Rusbatch running with him. McRae pulls it up. Rob driving in, spinning. Just a little bit of a slip there. Now has to go up over the top. Tough shot in the end.
Muhammad, good physical defense there, not making it easy for Cooper Rob.
What a season Luther Muhammad's having. Loves that pull-up.
Fortunate to miss that shot. If you let him find his spot and get that shot in rhythm, that is one he's very comfortable with, and that's a shot he's going to be happy to take with all day long. 25
points a game at 50% as well. Ball inside. Asprey misses what he should have put away.
Beautiful delivery by McRae, but did blow the layup. Got to hit that one.
Early stages. Mohammed pulls up. There you go, 1 of 3.
Yeah, they're going to have to change that defense up, or Rob's going to have to come off the back of that and make that more difficult. Luther Muhammad has his choice. Do I drop it down to Timmons, or do I hit this 7-footer? He chose the easier of the two.
First points for the superstar. That one knocked out of play.
And that 25-point mark for Muhammad today, that's one I'm looking at. If he's getting to 25, it's going to be very tough for the Sharks to get this win. But if they can keep him beneath that, and more particularly well beneath that, the Sharks are in good position on their home court.
Early sub for the Sharks. Ben Hall's come in for Caleb Asprey. Now, there's a couple of stories behind that. McRae, Timmons, spins underneath. Can't finish it. Caleb Asprey's been sick all week with the flu, we believe, so he's definitely underdone coming into this one.
And Ben Hall just dropped a 20-piece in the Rapid League beforehand, so he's feeling good.
Impressive, wasn't he? Lee Skinner, his first shot in the Cells NBL, leaves it short. Timmons comes up with it.
Gotta box out Timmons. He is such a force down low.
Here he is. Sam Timmons up and over.
But Muhammad right now, he is slicing and dicing this defense. He is picking up a lot of intelligence about how to attack this Sharks unit successfully.
Rob in the Sharks, number 22, his second game on Kiwi soil. Zoe Burton. Cal McRae now. On the spin, pulls back to the Chemist Warehouse, leaves it short, battle underneath. Inga had it, lost it, Bulls up with it.
Timmons doing a nice job of keeping McRae away from the basket where he's more comfortable.
Skinner wearing the number 54. Rusbatch, game number 200, can't put his opening shot inside down.
Well, great looks for the Bulls. They like their shots. Coach Sebastian Gleim, he likes the offense right now. They just need to convert.
Bulls 2 of 8, Sharks 1 of 7. All of the stats, of course, with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Ball out of play.
Callum McRae, you catch that ball on the block. Can you look at the hoop? You've got a guy coming in on you who you're giving up about 5-6 inches to needs to be more aggressive there. He heads to the bench for his first blow.
I reckon Coach Guy Malloy may have just said exactly the same thing. Skinner's going to get pulled up for the foul here, just running straight through Cooper Robb.
A physical player. He's come on, he's affected a little bit by the Pacific shrinkage in the height department, but he's got a nice physicality to the frame, and I think that's what's most important to the Bulls. They needed another presence outside of Sam Timmons to do some of that banging along with DKP.
Cooper Robb, by the way, recommended to the Sharks by Aaron Fern, I believe.
Oh, you can trust Fernie. Lord knows he knows how to train then.
Absolutely. Robb inside, Lots, turnaround. Made what should have been probably an easier shot look pretty difficult in the end.
Always tough when Sam Timmons in front of you.
Mohammed searching as always, deep two. That one rattled around. Timmons underneath, wrapped up by Lots.
Lots at the last second comes and snatches that way from Timmons. He misses the box out. He's up there, he tries to get here. Nice job by Timmons coming through. And then the fight for the basketball, showing the strength of Markel Lots. Did not have a lot of hand on it, but kept possession.
Collective shooting at the moment between these two, 3 of 17. It's tough to come by.
That's not great.
You reckon?
That's my official analysis.
Davidson's foul, puts it down. Isaac from deep, he's off to the Chemist Warehouse, 4-point play.
Well, one of the only shots made in this game was made by Davidson. He makes another there, and nothing but twine as it wraps through the net. Unfortunately for Joe Burton, just closed that space, did not give him any landing space, and he's disappointed in himself, but that does not take away this 4-point play opportunity for Davidson.
He's a guy who can heat up as well, Isaac Davidson. His first half against the Hawks a few weeks ago was quite outstanding.
He can get it done in a hurry. He had topped his career high. He's played some very good basketball after spending a season in Finland as an import, and looking to continue that form. So Burton dribbles off the foot.
Bulls by 5 as the Sharks give it back. Kelman Poto into the action. What a star. In fact, a former Shark star as well. Turnover. Robb picks the pocket all the way to the hoop off the glass.
Well, unbelievable defensive effort there to squeeze into that space and take that away. Sam Timmons has to find a way to hand off and screen at the same time. Cooper Robb made it difficult.
Mohammed, Lots, good hand. Robb comes up with it again. Here come the Sharks. Lots has Kelman Poto in front of him. Rusbatch comes across to double. He's committed the foul, though.
Just look at the space that Markel Lots created there, dribbling into the paint. Looked like he was well outside, but even DKP had trouble corralling him. Look, he's 2-3 feet outside the box there, and just 2 dribbles in, all of a sudden he's in great position. If Rusbatch isn't there, that is a guaranteed 2 points on that spin move baseline.
Josh Scott into the action now for the Bulls as well. Cal McRae, long way from home. Burton turns the corner. Zoe Burton, Timmons in front of him. Got him off the floor, drew the foul. Great stuff from the experienced Alonzo Burton.
It's all about those paint touches for the Sharks. Getting in there and getting Timmons off his feet. Nice job by Zoe Burton to turn this corner and really make Timmons defend him. He wanted to make that pass, but once he got down that deep, he had no other options. Uses the shot fake to great effect. The N1 opportunity, a chance to tie it up here.
Goes deep on the shot. 15 points a game this season for Alonzo Burton, captain of the team, of course. He loves playing here at ILT Stadium, Southland. Mohammed short on the iron. Lots rebound. Sharks within 1.
I've not seen Luther Mohammed miss this many shots from a makeable position this season. He is now 1 for 5 from the field. And those are great looks for him. You'll take those all day long.
Start dropping at some stage. Robb pulls it up. McRae, here we go, the big fellas bodying up. Oh, great tip back in from McRae.
Created by that penetrating pass by Cooper Robb. Straight down the line, giving McRae an opportunity to finish it.
That's our key battle in this one this afternoon. Davidson, tough pass for Kelman Poto.
That over-the-top pass is very difficult to make. You want to make that a little pocket bounce pass so it comes right into the breadbasket. But the Sharks didn't give up on the play as he came off that little screening action and forced it into a much more difficult execution than it needed to be.
Early stages of that McRae-Timmins battle. McRae 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. And back the other way, Timmins yet to score 3 rebounds for him. Here we go, the Sharks up and about.
I'd love to see an import's second game, because you don't know who an import is the first time around. It's nice penetrating attack there by Scott.
Plays with speed, doesn't he, Scott? Super quick up and down the floor.
Yeah, a lot of speed. At times a little bit out of control, but does well there to come to that jump shot and nail that 14-footer.
Cooper Robb has 5 points in the game. Sharks by 2. Love the Jaws music in the background. Always a bit of fun here. Zoe Burton, great hesitation. Really clever.
Beautifully designed there by Cal McRae to led him with the pass and made it a very finishable shot with the position he caught it in.
Mohammed.
1 for 6.
Going to see that too often this season. Asprey back on the floor.
Those are great shots for him, though. That is how he scores.
Tough pass. Asprey looking for Lotz. Davidson picks it up.
Markel Lotz saying, I want that up.
And Isaac Davidson responds.
Well, it's the live ball turnovers. You can see how much more efficient the Bulls are when they don't have to go against that set half-court defense of the Sharks.
Scoring tough the opening 5 minutes, but starting to open up now. Asprey trying to shake Josh Scott to the knees of McRae. Asprey picks it up. Big Cal McRae had it, lost it. Lotz comes up with it. Asprey sets for 3.
Caleb Asbury makes up for that bad pass. Stop passing to the bigs at their feet. They want the ball high. McRae cannot catch anything with his shins.
Scott missed it. Oh, well done, McRae.
Well, Sam Timmins is not used to that many players being able to swat that out of his hands before he goes up to the finish. Nice timing by McRae.
Asprey back to back. No. We did say coming in, Casey, bit of a danger game for the Bulls here this afternoon.
The Sharks aren't easy, and they're a vastly different team than the Bulls experienced earlier in this season.
Rob, again.
He's everywhere. I love his game
effective.
right now.
Oh, what a pass up to Lotz. Absolute pinpoint, wasn't it?
Well, Cooper Robb is exactly what this team needs. Hard-nosed defense, delivering the ball to players where they need to score. What a beautiful pass there to Lotz. His defensive imprint has been fantastic. As we take another look at that pass by Asbury, straight into Lotz. Gets the foul. And that will be baseline ball for the Sharks and the chance to build on this 5-point lead early.
And just explain to our viewers as well, Casey, I mean, those passes aren't easy to make, are they?
Well, I wouldn't know. I wasn't a good passer, but no, look, it's all about timing, especially when guys haven't spent a lot of time around guys. You don't know where they want it. You don't know where you need to deliver it for them to be successful. And those are the things that it doesn't take a week of training. It takes a lot of experience with the guy in the court. So to be able to do that in a short amount of time and to understand where you need to deliver it certainly shows a very high IQ and shows that this Sharks team is still playing hard despite what their record says. The effort has always been there, and they're still looking for results.
Inside the last 90 seconds of this entertaining opening quarter, rated E, season 2024 in the Sal's NBL. Kelvin Poto knocked away in the end by Inga.
Thought Inga might have had some contact there, but whistle isn't gone, so nice defense by him.
Carpia, sorry, Case, on the floor now as well, so the Sharks ringing the changes as well. Inga, first big shot for him is a beauty.
Braden Inga looks a different player than we saw upon his immediate return from England. Last week he had his best game of the season, an inspiring victory, and on this a beautiful extra skip pass out from Hall straight to Inga. He drains that corner tray, opening up so much more space for the Sharks offensively.
Well, there's the skipper, Zoe Burton, 15 points a game this season. He's right in the thick of this one early. Let's go and have a chat now with Alonzo Burton.
So big win last round, got that monkey off your back, but you want to do more. You're the captain of the squad. What, as a team, do the Sharks have to improve upon to continue their winning ways?
I think for us, continuing to get better defensively, especially with a team like the Bulls, you like to push it in transition. So our transition defense has been a point of training this week. So yeah, just that and continuing to get Cooper and guys like that up to speed with the offenses. And yeah.
The X's and O's are great, but just share with me, how good is it to finally get a win? Was there some smiles? Was there a little bit of celebration? I know it's not the championship, but man, it's got to feel the good guy off your back.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, feel good. It's good just to get a win, feel good win. It's good for Cooper. He's 100% in terms of wins getting in. So yeah, we had a bit of fun. We enjoyed it, but obviously we want to get a few more on the board. Yeah.
Well, I like what they're playing. You hear them talking about defense. Right now it's about offense. They're 8 for 18 from the field, which isn't great, but they have 5 assists on 8 buckets. That ball is moving around. They're not stagnant. When they were bad early in the season, when things were going well, it was a stagnant offense. The ball would be on one side, it would sit. That's not what we're seeing here. A 2012 start to the game, and the Bulls are on their heels, searching for some answers.
Sharks, their last 3 games, of course, that win against the Nuggets by 18.
But that Tuatara game that's ended up 23, that was 4 points heading into the 4th quarter. So they've been playing an improved brand of basketball, and now they have the personnel to finish it.
Russ match, game number 200, that one off. Lee Skinner had it and lost it. Scott, super quick, isn't he? Back out to Skinner, the new import. First look at him today, drains the triple.
Lines that one up, and you always wonder with the import bigs, can they shoot it? Well, Lee Skinner's just answered that question. Better get out on him.
Might be a deep 2, in fact, from the corner.
Oh, not the deep 2. Can't have the toenail on there.
20-14. Hall, as you said, dominated the Sky Broadband rapidly. Thriller in the end. Bulls got that by 2. Turnover. Here they come. Kelman Poto should finish. Goes up and strong off the glass.
A bad possession by the Sharks there. The Bulls much more aggressive out of this timeout defensively. See how much more active they are with their hands.
Dying seconds. And Josh Scott, clumsy foul in the end.
Is that yeah, and that's shooting.
Yeah,
that's a
clumsy foul.
4.5 left. That's just, unfortunately for Josh Scott and the Bulls, a lack of awareness of what needs to be done at that point. There was really no solutions for the Sharks there to get a bucket up in the next 4 seconds. Instead, free throws.
Matariki Carpia at the Chemist Warehouse. We had Bulls coach Seb Gleim right in front of us there too. He was visibly disappointed with that foul from Josh Scott.
Carpia looking to graze the orange on that one. So let's see if he can't reset and get this accuracy locked in to extend this to a 5-point lead.
So the Bulls take their player timeout here, 4.5. Carpia, second one good. Keep an eye on the Bulls. What do? They take it. Player timeout, they'll advance, and they'll get the last shot of the opening quarter.
And I've been talking about this the last few weeks, but I like the player timeout at the end of the first quarter if you got a chance to get a good look. The difference between the first quarter, second quarter, virtually none in terms of what it means to the final score. So if you know you have the opportunity now, use it while you can. Second half, I'm saving that to the death.
Merch store, there's the QR code. If you love your teams and you love the threads, get in there and purchase some 2024 gear with thanks to New Balance and Belgravia apparel. Let's see what the Bulls can do here. 4.5. Last opportunity. Kelman Poto, they wanted Rusbatch. They found him. Dying down, doesn't get it up in time. Won't count. Wave that one away. Opening quarter, and the Sharks are in town on their home floor. And they've got some confidence. Blood in the water this afternoon. Long way to go. Sharks lead it by 5.
Take the 3-man. We come back down. If we run 77, you've got to get contact on your short roll. Just pop it and then short roll. That's wide open all the time. If we catch the ball on the short roll, make sure that the corner guy is off of you. I don't care if you spot up or you go, but we want actions. You've got to continue that. First play, I want to go back to delay with the away and the pin down again. We got a good look out of that one. All right, keep the defense going always. Stand up, keep the ball in front of us. Doing a great job. Here we go, come on. Defense.
There they are, the NBL Male Steel. Well done, boys. I think that'd be good.
my hockey Maya. Welcome back to ILT Stadium. Southland a quarter down this afternoon. The Sharks lead it by 5. Some confidence out of that opening win for them of the season last week. Good start against the Bulls. Let's head down to Franklin Bulls coach Sebastian Gleim, good enough to join us. And looks like a battle early. Some of the decision-making in that opening quarter must have been a little bit of a concern.
Yeah, lack of energy and toughness in the first quarter, and some ball movement we missed from side to side to get better as a team. But we catch a little bit better rhythm now, and we have to get better minute by minute.
Offense looks really good. Luther Muhammad getting those shots he normally does in that mid-range, but only able to hit 1 for 6. Do you look to change anything up for his efficiency, or are you happy to have him work his way into the game?
I stay with my best players, and he has to step up and he has to learn. He's a rookie, so best players, you go through with everything.
Nice to see you, Sebastian, and appreciate your time. As always, our coach is joining us in the middle of the game.
What do you think his blood pressure's like? I'm saying pretty low.
Not high. Definitely not high.
I feel like it would be tough to tell on a lie detector test if he's alive.
Well, that is not a cool cucumber. That's an ice-cold cucumber. Here is Muhammad. Another miss for him.
A beautiful outlet pass.
Asprey with a chance to finish. Well covered. Sends it back to Burton. Good decision in the end.
Nice job by Rusbatch to get back in transition, but it doesn't matter.
Cooper Robb. What a start for him today.
Well, he's playing much more aggressively. You can see he's a bit more comfortable offensively. 2 for 3 from deep. That was quick.
He's got 8, Cooper Robb.
Josh Scott, beautiful crossover there. So Burton would try to force him to the screen, but he was gone before he had the chance.
Is he the quickest player in the league, Josh Scott? Got to be up there.
Let me do some thinking.
Super quick. McRae nowhere to go. Rusbatch did really well there.
Depends on what you're talking about. Off the dribble, Corey Webster's up there with his ability to create space.
Another basket for the Bulls.
In
back
transition to the cup. Luther Muhammad not settling on the mid-range that time.
Oh, Zoe Burton, how many times have we seen him do that here?
This is incredible pace from the Sharks early. They are really happy to get in the running game, something we did not expect from them early in the season.
Opening 90 seconds of this second quarter has been red hot. Sharks by 7.
Vastly different from the opening 90 seconds of the first half. Everybody's got their eye in.
Skinner stepping back off Rob. McRae.
Oh, he's got great hands.
Did well, the big fella there, reaching down below the ankles.
Really soft hands. He can just hoover him up. Anything that touches his fingertips, he's got the ability to hold on to.
Sharks with a chance to extend. Bulls starting to become a little bit more concerned. Rob, oh, what a game!
Interesting matchup. Skinner's on Cooper Robb out there, chasing him around screens. You're asking a lot of your new de facto power forward to guard the point guard, who is now, I believe, that's his 4th three-pointer of the game. Sorry, pardon me, this 3rd three-pointer of the game. He's now 3 for 4, 11 points for Cooper Robb.
Man, what a start from him today. 2nd game of the season for Cooper Robb, the man from Kentucky. He is on fire. The Bulls searching for answers. They're down by 10. Sebastian Gleim, we heard from him just moments ago on the broadcast. Here he is with his team.
When we create shots, we have to be organized to get fucking back. We score, they shoot 3-point shot 2 times. We have to be organized. Defensively, we not switch the pin downs, only blue on curls. If not, you go with. Next offense, we go pin 5. Pin 5. Sam inside. Ethan, use it. Josh, bring the ball in. Lee, you stay wide. Isaac, all right, we go inside. Here we go.
Well, they do swear in Germany as well, Case.
I believe that was German for do a better job.
There's the large Nona pizza, $30. That's this week's Sal's special. Sal's Kicks is the code. I love that. That's available till next Tuesday.
A little basil on there.
Yeah, I like the Nona.
Got some olive oil, extra virgin, of course.
Cooper Robb, what a game from him. 11 points thus far. 3 of 4 from long range as well. Looks a good inclusion. chance now. Davidson for three. That one rattles around and drops.
I like that ball movement inside, force the defense to react to Timmins, and then kick it around, get it to Davidson with a closeout coming at him. He hits the three.
Rob, corner, Telfer, three. Just a little bit too much on it, and again, burst of speed coming out. Josh Scott, super quick down the floor. Davidson's just hit one. Does he go again? Pulls up, goes inside. Timmins gets a shove in the back from Braden Inga.
Shifty by Isaac Davidson there. Made the late decision to Timmins. I actually thought that might have been a little bit too late. When you got a big man running there, you put it on the rim, and that way Timmins can take care of it. But had just enough time to get it there before Telfer is able to get a piece. And three straight out of the timeout for the Bulls. Can they add to it here to cut this lead in half from what it was a minute ago?
Big Sam searching for his first point of the game. Won't get it there.
Well, he has been hot and cold from the Chemist Warehouse stripe this season. Had a 9-for-9 game, but overall on the season, just a shade over 50%, not where you want to be.
Second one drops from the Chemist Warehouse. They reduce that margin to 6, 30-24 it is, 6-point margin. Burton inside to McRae. On Timmins, great footwork, wasn't it? Did really well, just left it short. 30-24 is the score. Margin is 6. Margin is 4.
Josh Scott has looked a different player over the last few weeks, much more aggressive in transition. And he is really the player who has that ability on this Bulls lineup. Timeout to the Sharks, because things have suddenly got a lot closer. 30-26, it's not 19. The Bulls aren't scoring in reverse.
Yeah, we'll get that score
just
fixed
a
up for you in just a
margin
moment.
now. Sorry, Justin.
And they've come out of that timeout, Casey, the Bulls, and added the next 6 points. Now the Sharks, a little bit of pressure on them. They've had a hot start. Guy Malloy sells NBL ladder. This is how it looks at the moment. If the Sharks go on and get this, they move up one spot.
Moving on up, put some pressure on the Jets who are playing later today, and nobody wants to be in that wooden spoon position. The Sharks playing hard to get out of it, but they haven't played the same level of defense here in the second quarter that they played with in that first quarter, and that has allowed the Bulls to find a little bit more space, both off the on ball, but most particularly in transition.
Looking ahead to round 11, just to give you a little bit of a glimpse as to what's coming up. The top 4 play each other. Tuatara against the Rams, Ayers against the Saints.
Somebody streaking is not going to be streaking for long. 9 games for the Rams, 10 games for the Tuatara. One of those streaks is going bye-bye next week.
Huge round coming up in the Salsa NBL. Winners so far in round 10, Saints over the Phi. Hawks got the Giants by 5. What a win that was. Ayers over the Nuggets. Rams took down the Hawks, and in a very fiery encounter last night, Tuatara defeated the Saints by 7. Back underway. 6.5 to play in this second quarter. Lots should have finished that. Did all the hard work.
Don't worry about
Battle off the boards. Look who comes up with it. Cooper Robb.
He's tough, man. He's doing it all for him right now.
Oh, another one. Don't tell me. Cooper Robb. Oh.
Doing it all, but most importantly, 4th triple of the ball game. Finding that range for deep, up to 14 points now.
Aaron Fern, thanks for the recommendation.
Of course, Aaron Fern, formerly a player for Coach Guy Malloy. Offensive foul on the weak side. And welcome to the NBL, Lee Skinner, as we see Cooper Robb pick it up in transition. Lee Skinner gets called for the illegal screen on the weak side.
He has got a flamethrower, hasn't he, Cooper Robb? Man. Dominating this one in the opening quarter and a half.
It's a selective flamethrower, though. He's not out there willy-nilly. He's just taking great shots, delivering the ball, running the offense, but when the opportunity presents, he takes it.
Lots.
Speaking of, low by Sam Timmins, put him out on an island, and Markel Lotz shows off that quickness on the drive to the cup.
Sharks looking good. Pressure back on the Bulls. Timmins bodying up with Lots. Big Sam, nowhere to go. Good defense. Defense wins out. Markel Lotz.
Well, I think Sam Timmins should have gone to that first hook shot. Too many fakes there. He had the advantage, but the spins got him off balance.
Oh, look out. So Burton. You won't see him miss too many of those. One of the best in the business, isn't he, Alonzo Burton? Had a good look at that one.
He gets to line it up. He has got a quick trigger and a dead eye. Has hit 11 triples in a ball game today. So you, as an opposition, you are always aware of where he is on the court.
Here's Cooper Robb again. Asprey, corner. Zoe Burton, halfway down on the buzzer.
Great job by Timmons amongst multiple orange jerseys to corral that one.
Mohammed, it's been tough going. That one goes down, though. He's off to the Chemist Warehouse. And can Luther Mohammed get this Bulls team up and charging again?
Luther Mohammed there does a nice job of getting back to the middle. He didn't have the option on the drive, but when he got to the middle of the court, that is where that activity helped. Zoe Burton on that drive, he needs to keep him to the sideline. He can't let him get that middle penetration. Middle penetration is a loss, and that's why he gives up the bucket.
The Sharks will be hoping that Mohammed doesn't get his eye in. He's the one. Back to 6. Lots. Again, taking it to Timmons. Just threw it up in the end.
I'd just like to see a bit more ball movement for that attack.
Missed opportunity at one end. Davidson creates an opportunity at the other.
Well, a vastly different mindset from the Sharks these last couple of times. Look how much space Davidson has coming down the court. Nobody picks him up. Attacks Zoe Burton is the first defender to find him, and that's at the charge circle. They need to lock down these transition opportunities and do a better job of corralling that dribble early. For the Bulls, pace has been key for them. Not known, I think, historically as a team that likes to move, and at times this year they've been slow, but they're having great success when they're getting out in transition and scoring opportunities before the defense is set.
A little bit of Tall Ferns, Silver Ferns royalty there. Donna Wilkins in the crowd today with the family. Nice to see her.
Decent seats.
Nice seats.
Not bad down there.
Only the best. For Donna and the crew. Big Sharks fans, of course they are. Bulls claw another one back. We're at 5.
What a show by Sam Timmons. That's not easy for a big fella, but he puts Rusbatch in bad position down here.
McRae doubled out. Rob, don't tell me. This one just short, bang on target.
And look at the pace. The Bulls now really pushing it deliberately in that transition opportunities.
Coach Klein working the sidelines as well.
Don't want that switch. That was a like to like. Now DKP's got advantage in the post.
Rusbatch ignores it, goes it alone off the glass.
Showing the skill set off the bounce. Ethan Rusbatch getting the bucket in there.
And we're back to 3. Things tighten up yet again. Asprey goes it alone.
That's an offensive foul.
Yeah, dropped the shoulder, didn't he?
Dropped the shoulder, extended the arm. Surprised it took that long for the whistle to come. Ethan Rusbatch in excellent defensive possession, and now a chance to cut into this 3-point deficit.
If you've just joined us, game number 200 in the Sellers NBL for Ethan Rusbatch.
He might share a couple of his secrets with us later.
Look forward to catching up with him. Got a sub here.
Sebastian Gleim doesn't like it, saying that the ball was in,
yeah. How did you see it?
Well, Coach Guy Malloy saying he's at the score bench. It's the official's job to get that in. To me, that's a correctable error. If he was already at the score bench, you can stop play and reset that.
3:30 to play in this second quarter. Been an action-packed opening half here today in the Sellers NBL. Rusbatch and puts it down. Oh, Ethan.
Game 200, fresh as a daisy with jumpers like that. And we see the foul by Asbury. Gets a hand in, just a silly foul, really. He was completely out of possession, and Ethan Rusbatch ties it up and a chance to take the lead.
So much fun to watch, isn't he, Rusbatch?
Well, he enjoys the game. He enjoys the game. He has a good time doing it. And it's always a joy to see the guys who are really enjoying themselves out there. As Asbury compounds the mistake on one end with able to catch it down here.
Bulls get it back. Chance to go up. Mohammed. Timmons, a little bit of a decoy there for him. Short corner, pulls up, puts it down. So just like that, the Bulls hit the lead out by 2. The Sharks have seen enough.
Well, can they reverse the flow of this game once again? It's been an arm wrestle going one way, then the other. It is, neither team is able to impose their will on the game for very long. We've seen spurts, 5 minutes here, 4 minutes here. The Bulls have taken over for that middle 4 minutes of the quarter. Now the Sharks have to find a way to respond coming out of this timeout.
Guy Malloy takes a seat with the whiteboard. Let's listen in to the Australian coach, Guy Malloy.
Now we're good, so we just got to get back to what we want to get done defensively. All right, too much at the front of the rim, so let's really knuckle down here defensively, follow our rules. Hang on, you're the keeper here now. You've got DKP. There. All right, this next play here, let's come out with a 77 again. In fact, now let's turn that into shakes. Right now, they've started to squeeze and go under it. So I want you to stretch it, and we're going to re-screen, and then you come back off on the re-screen. So when that happens, and we come to here and we re-pick it, short roll into the middle here, and these two guys are spotted up and ready to play. Because on the re-screen, we might get them on that corner skip, all right? And the 45 guys got to be active. All right, here we go, come on. 1, 2, 3. Dig in with the D, let's go.
So Guy Malloy, his message to the Sharks. There's Samara Funnell, who successfully coached the Bulls to a thrilling 2-point win earlier today in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. First female coach to step up, not only coach, but get the win also in the Rapid League. It was a thriller, wasn't it? Well done to Samara.
Congrats to Samara.
Took it right down to the wire. Back underway, less than 3 to play in this second quarter. What can the Sharks come out with here?
Look at the Bulls defense. Look at the extension with the space they're getting now. Cooper Robb misses that one. But much more aggressive defensively by the Bulls. They were so passive off the bat. You heard Coach Sebastian Galam say that they weren't ready for the physical encounter right off the bat, and now they're much more locked in.
Mohamed 9.5, 4 of 10 shooting. Looking to add another 2. Loves getting to that spot, doesn't he?
He does, but Cal McRae does enough to defer that shot. Mismatch in the post now. What can McRae do with it? Stepped out a bit far.
Cooper Robb, the star for the Sharks, 14 for him. Here's McRae, tough over Timmins.
Sam Timmins got away with a couple of fouls there. Good aggressive defense if he can get away with it.
Mohamed.
McRae is hoovering rebounds.
What's he up to at the moment? 7 rebounds.
He is getting it done. Luther Muhammad at the same time, just 4 for 12 from the field. But he does have 9 points, and that's good defense by Zoe Burton. He stands upright. I like the rim attack. Nothing wrong with missing shots. But I don't think he's going to be there for very long. As the Sharks, they need somebody to inbound.
Hasn't been about points for the big fellas so far in this game. Sam Timmins just 1 point in this opening half. McRae with 2.
But 7 rebounds for Timmins, 7 rebounds for McRae, 3 assists for McRae as well. So getting it done in other areas.
McRae, here they are again. They body up, spins back. Probably should have gone up earlier, shouldn't he? And in the end, Timmins was right there.
After this Davidson shot, he gets called for the offensive foul. Great sell by Cooper Robb, but the issue with McRae on the other side is he went back to his left hand. When you're turning to your left shoulder against the big, you have to shoot with that right hand. If you shoot with the left, you're giving that big fella the opportunity to close that space and get the block. He did everything right until the very end. Take another look at that. Just drops the shoulder. Davidson gets whistled for the foul. There was contact there. I think if Cooper Robb doesn't sell it, it probably doesn't get whistled. But that's why you got to sell it sometimes. KBCs, baby, always be selling.
Tell you what, I've got Sebastian Gleim just in front of me at the moment. He's a lot of fun to watch.
He's active. Calm with the blood pressure talking to us. Slightly different talking to the players and the reps.
There he is, the German coach. I believe he signed on for a couple of years at the Bulls as well, Case.
Yeah, 2-year, and I was chatting him before the game. Going to be here in the offseason as well, running that program. So great to see the Bulls get a little positional stability at that coaching spot, as Markel Lotz, too much weights, not enough speed work. Sends that into the 3rd row.
Didn't know if we were going to see Caleb Asprey in the game this afternoon. Came in with a question mark hanging over his head. He's been in bed ill all week.
It's tough to come out after not training to get it done, but he's out there, so he's got to give what he has.
Oh, Mohammed, that's just strong, isn't it?
Hit another shot up to 5 for 13, and that's why you want to keep going. Already up to 11, despite the low efficiency with which he's playing.
Yeah, not
what a steal.
Best. Big steal, wasn't it? Scott comes up with it on the move now. Hands it over. Kelman Poto doesn't get the roll. Will head to the stripe, though. Dom Kelman Poto finishing off the great work.
Well, to me, that foul was about 2 seconds before the shot. Cooper Robb think it's going up early. The foul's there before he dribbles, but it doesn't get whistled until afterwards. So he's going to go to the line and get a couple of opportunities. The transition defense for the Sharks, in particular off live ball turnovers, is just about non-existent. They have to take care of the rock if they're going to stay in this ball game.
Lofalava, of course, Samoan language week, and Kelman Poto, as we always see from DKP, has brought the hairstyle to match.
He does it. It's pretty sicky. Put that one together.
Did you see the style last week?
The Dennis Rodman-like Chicago Bull.
With the bull in the back,
yeah. Franklin Bull, of course.
Terrific, wasn't it?
Stole that design, but I gotta say, I liked DKP's a little bit better than Dennis's.
Asprey by himself in the corner.
Not a bad shot, but you have to make sure what's going down now. The opposition is on a run. Sharks aren't getting set defensively. The next possession for the Sharks has to be deliberate.
Well, they were out by as much as 10 in this quarter. They're now down by 7.
And Josh Scott hitting difficult shots. That is not an easy pull-up there. But he drops another 2, and he has been excellent for them early in this one.
Big fight back by the Bulls. Cooper Robb, what can he come up with here? Surrounded by Bulls singlets. Shot clock at 7, McRae. He's got to get busy now on Timmins. Draws the contact.
Well, he's straight up with the hands, but there's a lot of body contact there. Cal McRae does a good job of getting into a scoring position. Caught that very late, about 6-7 seconds on the shot clock. Not where you want him to have to create from, but when it's on his shoulders, you're happy that he has the ability to do it.
Don't forget the Bulls have already used their player timeout as well. That came late in the first quarter. Sharks have theirs to use. Big Cal McRae.
Neither team shooting the ball from the stripe very well. Just 1 for 4 for the Sharks now. The Bulls at 5 for 9. Execution from 15 feet away, more difficult than it needs to be.
McRae 71% on the season. Nails the second from the Chemist Warehouse. Drags 1 point back.
Big possession here for both teams. A lot of momentum's going to shift on this. The Bulls get a bucket, they'll be feeling good. The Sharks get a stop, they'll have a little bit more to cheer for.
42-36 the score now. That'll tick over shortly for you. Mohammed pulls up for 2. Battle underneath.
Player timeout, need to use it.
Asprey had it, lost it. Mohammed, the thief, can't finish it. That'll do us. First half done and dusted in the books. Sharks excellent early in the second. Pulled out to a 10-point lead, but this Bulls team, grit and determination, firing back to finish it up at halftime with a 6-point lead. Rusbatch in game number 200 leads the Chargers off. Bulls by 6. Cooper Robb starring for the Sharks. Here he is with Casey Frank.
Well, Cooper, a great first quarter. Things slowed down in the second. What was happening for the Sharks there that they weren't able to hold that lead that they built in the first 10?
I mean, we just weren't getting stops there in the second quarter. They got out in transition. They beat us early. And then, I mean, that was really it. They were getting all their buckets to the rim, so we just got to stop that.
For yourself, you seem to be a little bit more comfortable offensively after a week around the guys. Are you able to show a little bit more what you're capable of?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was a week off the plane and still getting adjusted all the time and stuff. So, I mean, I'm just taking what the defense gives me. We're an unselfish offensive team, so, you just got to take what the defense gives you.
Appreciate it, Tom. Good luck in the second half. And I've got Isaac Davidson here now. Isaac, 2 different quarters for the Bulls. What was the difference between the first term and the second term?
Yeah, well, I mean, we've had a bad habit the whole year of letting the other team take a swing, and then it gets us going. I think we did it again today, so we got to make sure that, we bring that intensity that we had in the second, because that was the biggest difference, I'd say.
And how's it been for yourself? A little bit more aggressive offensively today. Is that something you have to carry over to the second half to keep the Bulls successful?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think that's something that I've kind of been in and out with, being aggressive, especially when I think the main thing is like I'm waiting for the ball to move sometimes, but like sometimes we just got to make something happen. I think the second half we just got to make sure that ball just keeps swinging and we'll be good.
Thanks for the time. Good luck in the second half. And now we'll get off the court so the kids can play.
Davidson, 12 points in the opening half of this one this afternoon. Sunday hoops in the Southland NBL. The Bulls have it by 6. Chemist Warehouse stats on the other side of the break.
Stop cheating! Clean steal. Hitting. Great work on defense. That's the second turnover that she's been able to wear it. Nice pass, 10 course. Picks it out. Drops up from three-point range. Down the court. There's no trouble getting to the end for health and safety of the unit. Sky Dable on court. Puts it over here. They are stationed in the PlayStation school zone. Yes, there's the next everyone at PlayStation. Block! They do a great job, PlayStation, not only supporting the Sharks, but also supporting Southland schools, giving kids like these guys from the north. Hey! There it goes. Absolute good basket lead. Giving you the chance to come along and enjoy the Shark taking all its glory as well. Thanks to the crew of PlayStation.
Palava, welcome back to ILT Stadium, Southland this afternoon. Sal's NBL action. The Sharks led it by as much as 10 through that second quarter, but the Bulls fire home. And at the half, they lead by 6. The Sharks listening in to Guy Malloy at the half.
And first and foremost, they'll be talking about turnovers. 8 turnovers in the second quarter for the Sharks. That's not good enough when they had a big lead early, and 5 of those created by steals by the Bulls, who lifted their efficiency, lifted their aggression, and it paid off in spades.
Hope you're enjoying it this afternoon. Justin Nelson, Casey Frank with you. Isaac Davidson, we know he can heat up. He's got 12 at the half.
And he was really their lone offensive ranger in that first quarter. They got a little bit more spread in the second quarter, but the aggressiveness started with him going to the cup, and then he found the range from deep, had that 4-point play. He's doing a nice job defensively, getting some of those steals himself, and getting things done in transition. And when he's going well offensively really opens up the geometry of the court for them to get some scoring done on the interior.
Well, Cooper Robb has been in the country for a little over the week. Game number 2 for him today, and it's been most impressive.
And just a bit more comfortable. You know, you heard him talk at halftime. He was just off the plane. He didn't really know what his role was to be yet, but 14 points at halftime, doing a nice job shooting the ball, 4 for 7 from deep. He needs to get other guys involved, because if he has to carry the entire offense, that's not what the Sharks want. He needs to use that scoring to create some opportunities for them to find assists. He understands that, but it's about shifting the defense to him so he can do a better job of getting everyone involved.
The man from Kentucky, 6-point margin, Chemist Warehouse stats at the half.
And you see the shooting percentages by both teams not where they need to be because of good defense. The rebounds, the Bulls picked that activity up in the second quarter and really started working things. 8 assists for both squads, but look at those steals for the Bulls. 8 steals, 5 of those in the second quarter, and the creating of those turnovers, it's what's given them a 6-point lead at halftime.
Fans are in the house. The Shark Tank, the kids, they always love it. The milestone man, Ethan Rusbach today, game number 200. We're going to have a chat with him right after the break. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Deep South. Sunday afternoon hoops in the Sal's NBL. Jets and Nuggets still to come. Bulls have it by 6 at the half. Ethan Rusbach, game number 200 for him this afternoon in the Sal's NBL. Casey Frank caught up with him prior to today's game. Here's Ethan Rusbach.
200's a big number. Can't feel that big when you're playing them. You're still looking fresh as a daisy out there, but looking back on 200, what does it mean to be one of the players that's accomplished that in this competition?
I mean, I guess it's a testament to looking after the body, right? And it's pretty cool. It's come kind of full circle. I started here in 2012. I finished the season here in 2012. They had a few injuries, so they called me up. And then to have 200 back here is kind of cool. So even though we didn't play in here, we played in the old velodrome.
The velodrome, that was an experience, a little bit colder in there. But if you could go look back and across your career, is there, other than anything that you might think is a special thing, what would one thing you'd tell yourself as a younger player that might be advice that you'd give to young fellas today?
Start stretching earlier. That's probably it, really.
Good advice.
He's a ripper, isn't he?
That is good advice. There's no doubt about it. The stretching is a tough thing to understand when you're 20 and all pliable, but you get to those mid-30s and suddenly you see the value of it.
And that story about playing in the velodrome, didn't that come about because the stadium roof here actually caved in under an ice storm or something like that?
There was a lot of snow on top and the roof fell down, so yeah, we had to play a couple years in the velodrome.
What's the weather like outside today? We're safe, aren't we?
We're okay. They've re-engineered it. It's all fine now. Don't start getting me worried about the roof coming down. There's no snow. It's not cold enough.
Well, the weather was pretty crazy last night. I'll give you that. Second half underway here. The Bulls lead it by 6. What can the Sharks do? They've got to stop Sam Timmins first, who sends it out to Mohammed. Back to his big centre. Goes with that spin underneath. Opens up some space. In the end, puts it away.
Stick-to-itiveness, second chance. McCray and Inger combined to make the first one miss, but he stays with it for the tip.
So now the Sharks with their first chance of this second half. Asprey doubled up high. Burton inside McCray. Everybody clears out. They let the big 7-footers go to battle. And Timmins, good start for him in this third.
I actually thought he left his feet and had some contact on the shot, but he stays with it and forces the miss from McCray, who just couldn't find that range.
A little bit of space there for Mohammed, short on the shot.
Speaking about not finding the range.
Hasn't been his best shooting day, has it?
To me, if I'm the Sharks, I'm actually more worried about that because you know at a certain point he's going to find it and it's going to start coming together.
McCray pulls up the dribble. Burton steps around Rusbatch. Back to Big Cal off the glass, looking to bank it in. In the end, he has about 3 players hanging off those big logs of arms.
Sam Timmins just along for the ride on that one, picks up the foul. I believe it's his second personal, so not too much trouble there.
How many hanging off him here at the end? 1, 2, 3?
There's some in the vicinity. He's a big fella. I don't know what he's listed at weight-wise, but I guarantee he weighs more than that.
Baseline ball. Here is Big Cal McCray. A lot of fun to watch, isn't he? Asprey, Burton.
We're in the shot clock.
Got Timmins off the floor. Somehow Davidson came up with it.
Yeah, McCray was not expecting that.
Oh, big step around. Mohammed, classy stuff.
A beautiful creation of space with that step through, the footwork impeccable on the finish. And now the Sharks were up 10 early, but it's the Bulls up 10 now and going to be bigger now.
Here he comes again. Mohammed on Rob, draws contact. Ominous signs here. The Bulls and this man, Luther Mohammed.
Well, it's first and foremost, it's turnovers. The Bulls aren't shooting a great percentage, but when they're getting transition opportunities, and we see Rob got a lot of basketball there, but more body, so he sends Mohammed to the line. If they don't have those live ball turnovers, they've had 14. They had 4 in the first quarter when they were playing so well. 10 in the 12 minutes since then, and that has been the difference in the ball game.
A few concerns for the Sharks. Cal McCray, 1 of 9 shooting. Braden Inger, just have not seen a lot of him. Came off a great game against the Nuggets last week. He's only got 3 in the game.
And not a lot of ball in hand for Inger as well. Just has not had the shots. Just 1 shot for those 3 points. 4 rebounds. Not playing badly, but the Bulls have done a nice job of not letting him get catches.
Sharks would love to get him going. Asprey. Lots. That one off the hands.
The Sharks are just no longer the aggressors. They're reacting to the situations the Bulls are putting them in on both ends of the court, and the Sharks need to get back on the front foot.
Here is Inger. Skinner's done a good job on him. The new man in the black uniforms of the Bulls. Well, the Bulls come up with it.
I want to know, I just don't understand what Caleb Asbury's doing there. He's coming for a handoff and he just stops and cuts away. You have to finish those cuts. He's trying to hand off. He's in position there, and Ethan Rusbash just jumps it. Look, watch Asbury come through. He just stops there. Where are you going to cut back to? There's a defender behind you. There's nowhere to go. The Sharks are being really affected by this aggressive defense by the Bulls over the last 15 minutes or so.
I reckon Sharks coach Guy Malloy was thinking much the same as you. He's up on his feet now. His team down by 12. Early stages of this third quarter. Timmins.
McRae to the bench now.
Clear out, Lotz. With the defensive work on Timmins. There he goes, the big fella underneath on the reverse.
There's just not enough size down there with Lotz to affect Timmins. McRae doing such a good job, but he's off the court to find some more speed defensively and on the offensive end. It doesn't stop another wayward pass and a turnover.
Oh, look at this. That is desperation from both teams, and the Bulls come up with it.
Well, Guy Malloy is incensed, saying there's a foul. I love the hustle here by the Bulls. Look at him get to the cup. Markel Lotz doesn't get to the floor. Inger gets to the floor. Ball's in there, and Cooper Robb just cannot hold on to it. Would have been about 8 seconds on the shot clock after that anyway.
Look at the reaction in the background there from the Bulls bench as well.
It's inspirational to a team. When you're outworking guys and outplaying them, it feels like you're on top of the world. And right now, you give a check mark to the Bulls in both categories.
Well, that was busier than a gym on a Friday night. The flexing going on in the background, the Bulls bench.
I think we got a little bit of blood on the court. As Brayden Inger might have had a cut there as he went too. So they got to go get the blood kit now and clean that one up.
Even Sebastian Gleim was up and amongst it there.
Well, that's exactly what he asked for at the start of the game. We weren't ready for it. There's good old Brian. Brian is a part-time bus driver. He's driven around many a team, including the Tall Blacks when we've been down here in the past, and working behind the bench now.
Imagine the stories he's got around the Sharks organization over the years.
Are you trying to sell somebody out here, Justin?
No, not at all. I dare not do that. A stalwart of the Southland Sharks. It's Cooper Robb. Lit it up in the second quarter, didn't he?
It was hot early. Just 9 shots for him total. Second leading scorer in the ballgame with 14. But it's going to take more than that to get it done.
Timmins on the inbound.
Oh, there's no foul there. There's no foul there. I mean, maybe a replay will show me something from a different angle that I didn't see, but to me it looked like Sam Timmins just misses that. Where's the foul?
No, it's not a foul.
I mean, but this is what happens when you're aggressive. When you're aggressive, you start to get the benefit of the doubt. I don't like the fact that that call was made by the trailing official. He's in not a great position to see it. That guesswork puts Timmins back on the line.
Only had to look at Luther Muhammad's response to all of that. A big grin when Sammy T got the call to go his way. Here he is at the Chemist Warehouse. Second one goes down, margin at 15.
Interesting seeing McRae sit on the bench for this long. He was instrumental into the defense early in that first half and rebounding really well, but an early sub here in the corner, and he's been out for a bit.
Here is Rob. Sneaky look from distance there. Kept the dribble alive. Telfa.
They can't even get inside the three-point line right now. The Bulls so aggressive defensively.
Stepping right up, aren't they? They turned it over again.
Just a completely different team the Bulls are than we saw in the first half.
It's not the Sharks smelling blood in the water. It's the Bulls as Timmins pumps it down. The double-hander. Timeout Sharks. Guy Malloy has seen enough.
He's taking frustrations out on areas that he shouldn't be frustrated at. Sam Timmins with the finish. Just a no man's land there defensively. Didn't go up and show and make it a difficult pass. Didn't come back with your man. So Timmins gets the easy finish. And suddenly this one is ballooned out to 17.
An animated Guy Malloy addresses his team.
Can't be soft options here. It's exactly what we spoke about through the half. We need 0 cuts. We need really good picks. We need a sacrifice cut so the next guy is open, and then you got to get your feet into the paint and finish it. Kick it out, and we'll take the shot. But we just got guys that are floating around everywhere, not making physical plays, not presenting hard for the ball. Okay, now Telf, you bring this one up, get into delay. Coops, you come to the corner. So Telf, you're going to bring it up here, get down to the elbow, get your catch. We're going to hit to here. You're going to get this really good pick. So Coops is coming off on the weak side. Braden pinned down, get a really good pick for Zoe to come up to here. All right, then move out of that. So side delay. Here we go. Come on, dig in.
I just love the efficiency that the Bulls have started to play with. First quarter, they shot 35%, 7 for 20. That crept up to almost 45 in the second quarter, but now up to 48%. They are taking great shots time and time again and punishing the Sharks in the half court.
Large on a pizza, $30. There's some big slices in the crowd there. I've seen you down some big slices in the past, Casey, but they are monsters.
I could do it. I could take 2 of those.
Come on.
Two, that size? Yeah, I could do 2 of those.
I love your Sal's Pizza stories. Some of the best. Gee, Guy Malloy during that time out wasn't too veiled in essentially telling his team, step up and do something.
But they're being outworked. That's all there is to it. They're allowing themselves to be controlled.
McRae back into the action, draws the foul. He'll head to the chemist warehouse.
Not Timmons. I believe that was on Isaac Davidson on that one. So a 17-point lead. McRae to the line. Hit 2, a chance to set the defense. But they have to start pushing this Bulls team out beyond the 3-point line. Take a page out of what's happening to them. Be more aggressive in the passing lanes. Get the Bulls out of their comfort zone, because right now, they look like they're all rugged up with a cup of tea. Comfy ass.
Well, they got on a run during the second quarter, the Sharks, didn't they? Got out by as much as 10, but scoring hard to come by right now. They average 75 points a game this season. Bottom of the league. Just 38 now.
Well, these are the first points for the Sharks here in the second half. They've been outscored 11-2 since the break. And all the aggressiveness they had early has gone to the wayside. Can they find that spark once again?
Bulls, on the other hand, average 92 a game this season. Oh, Hubbard, so pretty to watch, isn't he?
I love that action, though. They set that screen so far beyond 3, get him some downhill momentum, attacking a static defense, enabling him to be successful.
And again, extended defense, pushing right up on those orange singlets. Cooper Robb, deep 2, pulls up, sweet shot.
I'd be going straight to the on ball just to get something going positive, because the pass around the perimeter is not working right now.
Lee Skinner, opening game for him in the competition this afternoon.
They're picking on Zoe Burton.
There's Mohammed again, over the top of Burton. Look out, here we go.
And Lonzo Burton, no hand on that. Sitting down in his defensive position, almost like he's a big. You have to be a bit closer.
Second leading scorer in the competition, Luther Mohammed. Up he comes with it again. Foul there on Zoe Burton.
In the wrong place at the wrong time on that end. As Luther Mohammed, I think he started 1 for 6. He's now 8 for 19, so 7 for 13 since that opening stanza where he wasn't able to find a lot of rim, and up to 19 points, looking like he's going to be well above his 25-point average on the season.
Burton takes a break, 10 points for him this afternoon. Ominous signs right now for the Sharks, clinging. Bulls on the move, 5th place on the ladder coming into this one this afternoon. Timmons turns it around, can't hook it in. Bulls ahead have the Jets away, the Saints away, the Airs at home, and the Phi away. It's the next 4. Telfa from the corner.
Nice delivery. You can't penetrate with the dribble, penetrate with the pass. That cross-court pass enabling Telfa to have that space to get the shot off before defense reacts.
Josh Scott back into the action. Timmons setting the screen. Got the switch there, wrapped up inside. That foul will be against Telfa.
I like that foul if I'm Coach Guy Malloy. be physical with them. Let's lift our level of physicality to get back in this ball game. The Bulls have done it to us, so we have to find and reach that same level of activity.
Former Taranaki Air, Scotty Telfer. There's confirmation of what's coming up for the Bulls on the road to the Jets and the Saints. That's a big double. And then they've got the Airs at home. Important game, that one, Case.
Well, I mean, we're getting to the point in the season where everything's important. But, you know, you're looking at the teams up around the top. They're jostling for position. Not just home semifinals, but home play-in finals as well. That is going to be the secret to making it through as far as you want to go.
Top 4 teams, of course, guaranteed a home final. Great for the fans this season with finals on the home court, as you said.
Sam Timmons off the court now. An opportunity for the Sharks to find some more rim attacks, possibly to get McRae in the post.
Sharks just hanging in there right now. They've got to come up with something good here. That pass will help to Telfer. Good work, McRae.
That was on a frozen rope. Telfer pulls it in. McRae picks up another assist.
Mohammed, lots of contact, bodies everywhere. Cooper Robb went down, back to his feet now. Quickly up the floor. Asprey gives it up into the corner. Inga, no, that won't go down. Gets it back. Robb doubled somehow through the gap, hands it off. Asprey underneath. Wow, big chances for the Sharks there.
Beautiful pass. Asbury wants contact. There was no foul there. Unfortunate miss when the Sharks look to have a little momentum going their way.
And now the Bulls with a chance to make them pay. Scott, Skinner. Scott gave up the 3.
Wow. Almost looked like he was trying to pull down the shorts. Cooper Robb got a little twisted up.
Got back to his feet pretty quickly, didn't he, Rob? What can he do from here? Uses the big body of Cal McRae. Kelman Poto in the end, he may win this back, he has.
It's just so difficult for the Sharks to get any kind of penetration, and they're flustered. You see they're not coming together now. We don't see the same level. Great defense by DKP. Might have gotten away with a foul early in that rip through, but late, excellent defense with the body, hands out.
It looked like a little bit of contact across the arm. Lee Skinner takes a break. What have you made of his opening game here in the Cells NBL?
You can tell he's just trying to find his feet. Hasn't been put in a position to succeed offensively. He's only got that one jump shot, that long 2. But certainly looks like he's got the physicality and defensive ability to help him out.
Playing in Cyprus, of course. Rusbatch, nice little floater.
Yeah, around 13 and 7 were his averages in Cyprus. So I think that will translate pretty similarly to the NBL.
15-point margin. Robb. Inga, nowhere to go. McRae now just waits for everyone to clear out. Spins on Timmons, took contact, puts it in.
I mean, that is what is so tantalizing about Cal McRae as Sam Timmons picks up his 3rd personal foul. But look at the swiftness with which he puts on this spin move. I mean, that is a good move for a guard, a great move for a man of his size. When he's able to pull that together with more consistency, play after play, that's when I think we're going to see him playing at a higher level. But a good way to try and get the Sharks clawing back into this game.
Tops the height chart at 7 foot. Cal McRae from Palmerston North. And all of a sudden, we're back to 12.
8 points on the board for him now, 10 rebounds, but just 2 for 10 from the field.
Roman Potter wanted it down low. Rusbatch, nifty pass inside to Timmons. Open corner pocket 3.
Doesn't get the points for it, but beautiful connection there by Timmons, picking that up off the ground, making the correct pass outside.
Couple of minutes to play in the 3rd. McRae reached up, grabbed it, and put it in for another 2. Timeout, Bulls.
Nice delivery by Asbury. I thought that was actually going to go a little bit too high for McRae, which means it has to be high. McRae told himself, just shoot the ball, finally feeling good for him.
Bit of a run here for the Sharks. Sebastian Glame has seen enough. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Plucked it, didn't he, the big fella?
Timmons probably fortunate not to pick up foul number 4. Bit of contact there on the weak side. But a 10-point lead now for the Bulls.
We cannot go away from things they work. things. Their slip ball screens, we stay. Their re-screen ball screens, we gotta come out. If they put random the ball to 5, we need ball pressure. Ball pressure. All right? Offensively, horn side shoulder. All right? Horn side shoulder. If they play man to man, we go zoom. Zoom. Corner. Zoom. All right? Josh and Isaac.
Here we go.
Well, some very clear instructions there from Sebastian Gleim. All of a sudden, the Sharks back to within 10.
And the on-ball's creating some problems. Outside of the on-ball, not a lot of offense going through for the Sharks. So you want to try and force them away. For me, the Bulls are still doing the right thing. They got a big lead. Continue that defensive ball pressure and that ball movement on the offensive end.
Sharks have got their next 3 at home as well. Hawks, Airs and Phi coming up for the team in orange. Speaking of orange, lovely singlet that it is for the Sharks. There's the QR code on screen if you want to get some team merch.
Just a little reset of the shot clock. Bringing it back down to 20. It was at 19, so great correction.
Look at that. Happy times here at the Shark Tank.
Home, home, home.
They don't have to travel anywhere.
Little house looks like they're playing Monopoly.
Been pretty cheap houses here at ILT Stadium Southland this season, Case.
Still cheaper in Monopoly.
Skinner to Scott. Oh, nice basket.
Well, he shoots a decent percentage from outside, but it never looks comfortable shooting it.
Looks flat, doesn't it?
Drains that one. Way too much time. You got to make someone shoot. You can't let them shoot.
Just what the Bulls needed coming out of that timeout. Rob now. Inga on the slip. Stuck in this short corner. Braden Inga stepping back from the chemist. Warehouse drains it.
Beautiful. A little step back Dirk Nowitzki-esque.
And he's the man. If the Sharks can get him going, we know he can light it up, Braden Inga. Asprey to the floor. Lee, Skinner.
Ethan Rusbatch dropping bodies, getting assists. Skinner has a dead-eye jump shot. He's only had a couple opportunities, but he's knocked them both down.
Asprey.
Look at the hustle of Josh Scott.
I like it. He's taken a roll off the bench, hasn't he?
I mean, 10 points, but he's 5 for 7 from the field. He's got 4 assists, a couple of rebounds, 2 steals, just the 1 turnover. Great energy, and energy when they've needed it most. He's really injected himself into this ball game without doing it in a selfish way.
And what have you made of that move of the Bulls, of Scott coming off the bench?
Well, I think it gives him a bit more energy. I think it allows Isaac Davidson to get a bit more comfortable early in the game, which he didn't look comfortable coming off the bench. So I think it has done the things that the Bulls hoped it would. Bring that second level of energy and give Scott a little bit more freedom with the ball in hand, depending on who he's subbing for.
Dying seconds of this third quarter. Here is Isaac Davidson, leading scorer for the Bulls in the first half. That shot ends up short. Maybe a chance here for the Sharks.
Need to be deliberate. It'd be a huge victory for them if they can get it under 10 going into the fourth quarter. That's an early shot though.
Asprey!
Now they have to defend. 10 seconds left. They can't let the Bulls get that momentum back.
Single-digit margin. Been a while since we've been in this territory. Can they get a stop here? Dom, Kelman, Potthor! Right on the buzzer, Case.
And that's why you don't take the early shot, because all that momentum's been shifted back straight to a 12-point lead.
DKP comes up with the goods, and at three-quarter time, we've got a 12-point ball game. Bulls in charge right now. 1 to play this afternoon in the NZNBL.
Who's on the TJ on the ball? Well, that's the noise that we need to try and get these boys home. And there's a big 10 minutes work in front of them. The Bulls with a 12-point lead. 10 minutes to play, Sharks fans.
Welcome back to ILT Stadium. Southland Bulls lead by 12 with a quarter to play. Let's head down to the sideline. Sharks coach Guy Malloy, good enough to join us. Guy, looked like it was going to blow out there for a while, but team got back into it in that third quarter. Anything can happen from here. What was the message at three-quarter time?
We needed to keep to our defensive discipline, so if guys like Scott or DKP hit the threes, so be it. But we've got to protect the paint, which we've done a pretty good job to do. Need more contributors offensively, so they're physical, and we've got to learn to play against that.
Nice drive by Scott Telford there, getting to the line. But in that third quarter, in that latter half of the second quarter, the Bulls' extended defense really causing you problems. You're having trouble getting penetration inside the three-point line and into the paint. What can you do for the Sharks to have a better effect closer to the basket and not be pushed out of their stuff?
Yeah, it's the exact point that we talked to, because we want to be able to have some forcing cuts, sacrificial cuts where guys put their body on the line, get to the front of the ring and the cuts so the player behind them's open. So when we're in motion, if we all just float around and take the first hit in the chest and stop, then our offense will stop. So we need, whether it's getting backdoor or getting curl cuts, we need something on the front of the ring, and that'll get our offense moving.
Appreciate your time, Guy. Thanks very much. Best of luck down the stretch here in the last quarter. Underway now. 67 plays 57, margin at 10. Muhammad adds another 2 for the Bulls. They're out by 12.
That is just shifty, man. You have to be so concerned about that mid-range, and then he gets to the cup. Well done by Muhammad, just a professional scorer out there today.
Interested to get your thoughts, Casey, on the MVP this afternoon. Our viewers, of course, get to have their say as Asprey will head to the Chemist Warehouse. MVP today, what are your thoughts?
Well, Muhammad has found a way, but I like Josh Scott. The way he's infused himself into the ball game, nobody has him there. His stats aren't the best, but it's been his energy that I think got the Bulls going and found the level they needed to. But certainly the Southland crowd is talking strong with Cooper on. There could be some Kentucky in there, some UNC Charlotte. Carolina Charlotte, we went to school, maybe they're involved in this, but he was great early. Needs to influence the game a little bit more in the second half.
I love a bourbon.
Do you? Yeah. A little Kentucky bourbon?
Kentucky, there you go.
Is that all you know about Kentucky? It's the bluegrass strip, Justin. Got the Kentucky Derby as well. There's all sorts of stuff going on there. That's about all I know, though.
Love their speedway as well. Cooper Robb leading the way, MVP at the moment, 59%. Here's Muhammad again. Oh, he's firing up, isn't he?
Right into the body of Cal McRae to take away that shot blocking ability, and the finishing is superb.
Had a slow start here this afternoon, Luther Muhammad, but he's made good, especially through this second half. 23 in the game right now. Tough pass inside. Oof, bit of contact there. Telfer hits the floor.
Nice pass, but what's the reaction?
Has to play defense now on Rusbach. That one off a sharp hand.
Well, I love the hustle by Telfer to get back into the play and take away that look. But it's constantly the Sharks putting out fires. Never the aggressor. They're chasing things around offensively. They have not been able to force the Bulls into decisions here in the second half.
Another Sunday double in the Sal's NBL, round 10 action. Sky Broadband Rapid League between the Jets and the Nuggets coming up at 5:30 local time. Sal's NBL from 6:30. All covered, of course, right here live on Sky Sport. Josh Scott.
And he is playing well, 75% from the field, 6 for 8. No free throws, just straight buckets.
He's the man. You said he deserved a little bit more love on the MVP. Don Kelman-Potter with the strip. Here they come again. Scott.
Feeling it.
Draws the foul. Scotty Telfer reaching in, and Josh Scott will pay a visit to the Chemist Warehouse. Plenty of shopping coming up for him this afternoon from the coloured stripe. He's got 3 to look at here.
Scott Telfer, you need to understand who's shooting the basketball. If that's Ethan Rusbach, maybe you get him a little bit closer. But for Josh Scott, you get a hand up, you live with it. Tried to close that space too closely, and now he gets his first attempts from the Chemist Warehouse stripe today. And up to 13 points with a chance to get to 15 with 2 more of those.
Well, with 5 assists and a couple of steals as well for Josh Scott. Second one is down. Got a feeling next time we bring that MVP vote up, I think the fans may have been listening to you. Let's see if Josh Scott has got some friendly favours from the fans. Misses the third. Margin out to 18 though. Cooper Robb on the drive. Lots indecision. Muhammad on the move with the MVP.
Look at the speed, man.
Give him some votes.
Speed kills, gets the steal, excellent defense, and turns on the Jets to score that bucket in transition, and suddenly it's a 20-piece.
Well, I asked you earlier, Casey, about the quickest players in the league and where Josh Scott ranks. Telfer turns it over on the sideline.
Well, he's certainly not in the bottom half. He is up there in terms of quickness. And well, now when you're talking quickness, what are we talking about? Are we talking quickness with the ball in hand? Are we talking end-to-end?
Just pure speed.
God, that is not an answer, Justin. End-to-end or quickness with the ball in hand?
Oh, no, ball in the hand.
So we're talking in the half court?
Yeah, I think so.
I think when we're talking about in the half court, I'm probably looking at somebody like Corey Webster. I think he's really good.
Isaiah Moore?
With the hand. Isaiah Moore, certainly one of the quickest players in the competition. Now, what Josh Scott does is end-to-end speed, and I think end-to-end, he might win that race.
Oh, round the back. Rusbatch, look out for the dime. Put the dime down. That's what I'm interested in.
Oh, they're having fun now. They are having fun now. Game 200. Ethan Rusbatch going out there like it's game number 1. Having some fun with the pinpoint accuracy. First, let's start with the ball going around, a little penetration. I see you in the corner. I deliver it. Buckets all rolling for the Bulls. They are playing well right now. Everybody's eating 80 points on 55% shooting. Remember, they finished that first quarter at just 38. They're shooting 71% from behind the arc. And now they've got a 5-rebound advantage as well. They have grabbed this game by the scruff of the neck, and it is theirs now.
Lee Skinner with the 3. He's got 7 points, 8 rebounds in the game to go with a couple of assists on debut.
16 assists for the Bulls as well. They're doing a nice job of letting the ball do the work. We're seeing no real selfishness by the Bulls out there. They're all playing team basketball. They're all making the right pass. Defensively, they're on a string. They're aggressive. And this is the best I've seen this team look in a little bit of time as Cooper Robb maintains his MVP position.
Still leading the way, isn't he? 47% of the vote. According to you, the viewers, Luther Muhammad creeping up. He's on 32%. The Bulls fans, get that QR code going and get involved. Muhammad.
Where's the Sharks? Leaving Cooper Robb by himself there. That is not the place you want to be as a point guard. With Skinner on one side, Muhammad on the other.
Still 7 minutes to go in this one this afternoon. McRae and Timmins, good battle this afternoon. Ben Hall into the action, had 20 earlier today in the Sky Broadband Rapid League.
Here comes Scott again in transition. Got hammered.
Got hammered about 3 times by Ben Hall.
The defense isn't able to make any inroads into his activity until he's 2 steps inside the free throw line. Ben Hall stops there, and that's when he forces him to change direction. A lot of contact there. He felt the contact. That's why he went up with it. And an opportunity for him to get to 18 points.
Here he is back at the strike.
Leading scores with Muhammad with 23 now. He's worked his way back to 45%. 5 assists for him. Scott 17 points on that make. 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 3 steals. Not too bad. On the other end, Cooper Robb still leading scorer for the Sharks. 16 points for him, but he's only got the 2 here in the second half.
Got some appreciation as well for Josh Scott. Just the color matching with the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Nice.
Is it like the shoe game? You think his shoe game was purposeful to go with the Chemist Warehouse stripe?
I'm just finding something to talk about at the 25-point margin, Case. Come on, work with me.
But I mean, it doesn't even really match. He's got turquoise in there. Where's the turquoise in the stripe?
You're a party pooper.
Always and forever.
Burton got Timmins off the floor. Nice little tip in there by McRae.
Look at the speed, coming back again.
Oh, now we've got an offensive foul here. I wonder if this is Sam Timmins.
No, I think that was Josh Scott.
Just the offensive foul.
That was
pushing off.
I mean, if we're going to call that a lot of offensive players are going to have to change their game. But I didn't have a great angle on the extension of the arm. Let's see it here. He pushes this pace after the McRae tip in. I think unfortunate there. I think that was more momentum that had him going in one direction. But that's why you extend the arm. It's always going to be a whistle. Cooper Robb wide open underneath there, missed him.
It wasn't a hard one to see in the end, was it? Inga hasn't been his afternoon. Got involved there, bumping off Scott. Got his fingerprints all over this second half at the moment. Knocked out of his hand by Hall.
Well, he's the most comfortable I've seen him playing this season. Certainly the most aggressive with the ball in hand. Might have gotten away with a little bit of a travel there. That was definitely off his leg.
Oh, gee whiz. We got the benefit of the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay.
Always easier in slow-mo.
Yeah, that should definitely be a Sharks ball. Here's Muhammad. In and out of trouble. Scott has Hall in front of him. Spins. Just got the angle wrong off the glass. McRae comes up with it. That's rebound number 15. Burton got Skinner off the floor, hands it off to Big Cal.
14 and 15 now for the big fella. Timeout to the Bulls, and Sebastian Glan calling that one early. He is stopping any run before it begins. Hasn't been bad offense, but they just haven't had that same level of success as we've got two major MVP candidates right now, Luther Muhammad and Cooper Robb.
Racing two, isn't it, Case?
Well, Muhammad's, he's jumped up his game. He's up there. He was trailing in second, but things have moved now.
23 for him this afternoon. Josh Scott has 18. Davidson had 12 in the first half, still got 12 at the moment. Here's Guy Malloy.
Okay, one possession here, we go zone. One possession here. You're up the top. You're up the top. Okay. Rusbatch is out of the game, so we can plug it really hard. You've got to start up at the nail. Okay, you're at the back, you're at the back. If we get a stop out of it, we'll go back to it. Otherwise, we'll just flip out of it. Okay, we'll stay with it one time. Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
Well, just reading through the Chemist Warehouse stats, and I think I'm officially with you right now, Casey. I want to see some love for Josh Scott. 18 points at 70%, couple of rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. He deserves to be racking up some of those MVP votes for mine over the next 5 minutes.
Well, for me, it's his personality that got imprinted on this game. When the Bulls started playing with him, started running with him, that's when they started to find some success, and that's what's inspired them to this level of defensive activity.
Timmins, the pass intended for Kelman Poto, straight to Robb though. He pulls up for another triple. Cooper Robb.
And that's what the doctor ordered, a little bit of transition opportunity. He's now 5 for 9 from 3, up to 19 points. Second leading scorer in the ballgame.
Good signs. Timmins down low. Flicks it out on the switch. Rusbatch thought that came off the hand of Cooper Robb. Coin officials think otherwise. Sharks possession.
Well, unforced errors. Back-to-back turnovers out of a timeout. That is not how you want your team to react, even when up big. Can the Sharks continue to make some inroads here?
Still got time. McRae pulls up the dribble. Here's Burton. Tough shot over the top of Davidson, misses. And now Muhammad just looks to settle.
Muhammad slows things down. The shot clock, their friend now. 18 points. Are the Bulls going to be chasing some margins here now? As we take a look at the live ladder, they're in 5th spot. And you see that points differential. They have some room to make up against the Saints.
Every basket counts. That one helps. Luther Muhammad.
Up to that season 25-point average. So they are looking, if I'm them, I'm trying to make some inroads. Let's get that bucket going. Let's get that pace going once more.
I don't think there's any doubt once we get to the final 6, there's going to be positions decided on points differential. Terrific ball movement there by the Sharks. Inga unable to convert. Again, Kel McRae has players hanging off his arms.
But you see the difference in shot quality when they get paint penetration. Cooper Robb gets the paint. Could have shot a 3, instead kick out, kick, extra pass, wide open look in the corner. Their lack of penetration ability here in the second half has really hamstrung their offensive attack.
Did I get a tip from you as Davidson is fouled out? Did I get a tip from you this afternoon or later tonight, Jets and Nuggets?
Well, coming into the round, I would have said Nuggets because they haven't been playing good basketball. The Jets looked improved. But what I saw from the Nuggets against Taranaki was a much better squad as Muhammad reads that perfectly. And I think that if I'm being asked right now, I think the Nuggets are probably going to sneak that one out. But I'd like to see the Jets get it done on their home court. Those fans deserve it.
It's been a lean streak, hasn't it, for the Nuggets and the Jets as well, for that matter. There's Muhammad, 3:33 to play. Drains another two. Gee, once he's got his eye in Luther Muhammad, he is so hard to stop.
1 for 6, maybe 1 for 7
early,
to start this game. Now 12 for 24 at 50%. He is a mid-range killer.
You called it early. As long as he keeps shooting, it's only a matter of time before he turns it around, and he's done that. Above his season average right now. Burton nowhere to go. Rob, another three. Don't tell me. Gee, that wasn't far away.
The Bulls once again shutting down all those penetrating lanes. And Muhammad gets it across just before the 8-second count. Milking that clock.
They have slowed it right down, haven't they?
I mean, an excellent understanding of game and time situation. DKP hits a tough angle.
Seen him do that a few times here at ILT Stadium, Southland.
He's familiar with the angles, no doubt about it.
Loves the rims here. 24-point margin. Bulls are blowing this one out. They were down by 10 early in the second. Burton on the cut. Rob on the drive. Has that knocked out of play. In fact, it's come off him last, so it's a Bulls ball.
Well, he ran out of space. He's trying to get an extra half step to get that baseline pass to the drag, on that drag corner, but was unable to do it. So now the Bulls send in the backups. Well, send in a backup. Luther Muhammad gets to sit down, but Josh Scott stays in, DKP stays in, as does Timmons and Ethan Rusbatch in game number 200.
And I reckon that's Muhammad's afternoon done. 42% of the MVP vote with our viewers this afternoon. Thanks for participating. Continue to do so over the next couple of minutes. Some Sal's pizzas up for grabs. Fun and free stuff here. Kellen Poto back-to-back baskets.
Well, I mean, just a low post machine. Gets those deep catches. He's now into double figures, 10 points on 80% from the field.
Just nailed that big three on the buzzer at three-quarter time, didn't he, DKP? And Sharks were coming, and that deflated the tyres on the reverse, Ben Hall.
Nice attack. That's a skip pass. And to your point, yeah, I think that might have been the last hurrah for the Sharks. That shot, giving up that one, made things difficult.
Here he is again, Dom Kelman Poto. Doing it all in this last quarter. DKP, Samoan language week. He's come out with the hairstyle to suit, and he's just added another 7 points to his tally of 13 this afternoon.
Well, in honor of Samoan, that was Manea. Beautiful, well done. His play in the second half has been Seki. Very nice. Getting it done from deep, getting it from outside, from inside. He is now up to 13 points, 3 rebounds, and it is going to be a much more enjoyable trip home back to Auckland for the Franklin Bulls after this second half performance. It wasn't easy. They came in without some energy. You could tell that they weren't playing their best basketball early. Looked like the Sharks were going to get on top of them, but that second quarter turned around. They lifted the defensive intensity, started forcing turnovers. Just 4 turnovers in the first quarter for the Sharks, 19 turnovers since that point.
The Sharks led it by 10, didn't they, early in that second quarter? And then the Bulls went on a blitz.
That is a 37-point turnaround. Oh my. That is unfortunate for the Sharks, but another lesson that they'll have to take in and try and learn from as they look towards this second half of the season to find a little bit of success.
Coming off a loss, of course, against the Giants at home. Giants have been a hot and cold team through the season thus far. They're in that battle for 6th spot along with the Phi and the Hawks at the moment. And I think if you look at that table, everyone talks about the Saints and the Rams, Tuatara, of course, the Airs, the Bulls. They're in 5th, but they're not too far away.
They're not too far. Now, they've done a nice job of beating up on the bottom of the ladder. As Cooper Ralph misses that one. But what they need to do, oh, nice pass by Lotz. What the Bulls need to do is start finding some success against the top of the ladder. They've lost to the Airs, they lost to the Tuatara. They need to start getting some wins against the teams that they're competing for those home finals positions.
The back third of the season, aren't we? Varno into the action. Milet, he had a good game earlier today in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. If you missed that, the Bulls got home in a thriller by 2. Asprey, been a tough day for him, been ill all week.
Through the legs.
Eventually got it to Ross.
We got a full body nutmeg there. I have not seen that one before. And when somebody wasn't trying to dunk over somebody's head.
Oh, that was fun.
Do we have a, oh, we do. We have a look at it. He comes under. I'll go this way. It's like magical. Lots unable to get the finish.
Lotz has come up a little bit ginger there as well.
Tough day for Lotz as well. Hasn't been on the court a ton, just 5 shots, 1 make out of it.
Called there against Drew Leo Lasongiape, who really has struggled for opportunity in the NZNBL for the Bulls this season, hasn't he? Of course, spent the last couple of seasons with the Sharks.
Had a lot of opportunity early in the season when the Bulls were still waiting on players. As Isaac Davidson finished in Finland, and they were trying to wait on that second and third import position. But as the season's gone along, those minutes have shifted elsewhere on the roster. Unfortunate for him because he's such a talent, and he did have some solid production early in the year.
Averaging 3 points and 9.5 minutes per game. Lasongiape blocked there by Markar Lotz. Perry picks it up and misses. It's actually his lowest production. Drew Leo Lasongiape in the NZNBL since the showdown in 2020.
Cal McRae goes for the bomb, but it doesn't explode. Another turnover. 24 turnovers now. That's 20 since the first quarter.
Dykes seconds here. Going to be a big win this afternoon for the Bulls, isn't it? Here is Drew Leo pulling up for 3. Milet rebound, draws the foul. He'll go and visit the stripe with 1.4 to play.
Well, the only real question now is if he hits them both, do we have a player timeout?
Every point counts. Maybe not for the Sharks.
Just go ahead and let this one die a slow death. Let's not make it any slower than it is.
I'm with you. Misses the first.
Oh, wait, this could be pizza, though. He misses 2 free throws. This could be pizza for the crowd. They've got something to cheer for.
Where are those giant slices? Here we go. Oh! Crowd up and about. That's the biggest cheer of the afternoon for the Sharks.
Well, that's always the biggest cheer for free pizza.
Kids are happy. But the Bulls fans are happier this afternoon. A 23-point win in the end for the team in black. On this man's 200th, Ethan Rusbatch celebrating a big milestone in the NZNBL this afternoon. They were tested. Sharks got out to a 10-point lead early in the second, but since then, it's been all about the Bulls. Home by 23 in the end. Plenty of stars. Luther Muhammad, there he is. He ended with 27 points today. He's the MVP of this one. Josh Scott ended with 18 points. Dom Calvin Poto, purple patch in the last quarter, finishes with 13. Davidson with 12. Luther Muhammad, though, he's the MVP according to you and to us. Here he is with Casey Frank.
Well, Luther, not the greatest start. I think at one point you were 1 for 6, 1 for 7, but as that game went along, you got your eye in, you started scoring. What was the difference for you personally as that game went along?
Really just staying with it, like score, you're gonna miss something, you're gonna make something. So it's just keeping your same confidence to keep playing the game no matter what.
Also on the squad, Josh Scott today, his influence in the game was impressive. He came in, the energy picked picked up, the transition opportunities picked up. What can you say about your teammate and the way he lifted you guys today?
Josh is a very elite offensive player. Guard, point guard, he get everybody in their spots. Stop. He get everybody in their spots. He play hard, he play defense, and he share the ball. So like he's an all-around leader. So with that coming off the bench, it's really like it's another starter, to be honest.
Took care of business today against the Sharks, one of the teams towards the bottom of the ladder, but you guys have higher aspirations than this. What do the Bulls looking forward to in these next few weeks? What do they need to prove to themselves, regardless of the opponent?
Really, just staying consistent. We need to prove to ourselves we can stay consistent and continue to play our game no matter what.
I'll let you get your teammate in the huddle now.
All right, thank you.
Well, he had a slow start, didn't he, this afternoon, Luther Muhammad. Second highest scorer in the Sal's NBL this season. 1 of 7 opening up today. But gee, once he found his range, once he got his eye in, he was super hard to stop. Can get to the hoop, those big steps, turn of speed, crafty and nifty. 27 for him. And he was just too hard to handle for the Sharks. Luther Muhammad, the MVP this afternoon in the Sal's NBL. Cooper Robb in his second game with the Sharks. He certainly delivered the goods as well. Here he is with Casey Frank.
Well, Coop, tough day in that second half. Things look good in the first half, but the defensive pressure of the Bulls affected you as a squad as things went along. What do you think was the problem there?
We just had too many turnovers. I mean, we were careless with the ball. Like you said, they pressured us and it kind of got us out of our rhythm. But just too many turnovers, and I mean, we had open shots, we just didn't hit them. So just too many turnovers throughout the game.
Looking forward to the season, the Sharks looking to play a bit more of that spoiler role. And these upcoming weeks, what do you see that the Sharks need to work on to find a bit more consistency over the 40-minute game?
Taking care of the ball, handling pressure a little bit better than we did today. And, you know, just keep playing as a team. We got a bunch of unselfish guys, and when we're clicking, we're clicking, and got a bunch of shooters out there. Caleb and attack the rim. So we got a good team, and we just got to take care of the ball and hit our shots.
Appreciate the time.
He's been a handy mid-season addition, hasn't he, Cooper Robb? The man from Kentucky made his debut last week, but he was involved right from the start today for the Sharks. A couple of nice moves to the basket. He's got some speed, and he's got the talent to get this team up and firing through the back end of this season. 5 triples for him today, 19 points, 4 assists, and 6 steals for Cooper Robb. He certainly gave the Sharks a chance early in this one.
Well, I think he found a little bit more comfort on the offensive end and showed what he's capable of. But it is all, as he mentioned, all about turnovers. Had 20 of those over the last 3 quarters, and that kills all chances. We take a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. The Sharks never able to fire offensively, a little bit better from deep, but look at the efficiency of the Bulls. 55% from the field, almost 2/3 of their shot, or exactly 2/3 of their shots from deep.
This is what's happened in round 10 so far. The Saints, the Hawks, the Airs, and the Rams all getting wins. Last night, of course, big one that was, Tuatara getting the Saints. Bulls at home today over the Sharks. Jets and Nuggets still to come. Let's have a look at the Sal's NBL ladder as it stands before we head to Palmerston North.
And they're the Bulls on the cusp, tied now with the Saints. So those games against the top 4 are going to be crucial for them going along. The Sharks pulling things out the back, but when we get to these next games in the coming weeks, it's going to get very interesting. The Nuggets next, still got a chance to force their way into that conversation for the top 6.
Jets at home, not too far away. Live on Sky Sport, 5:30 p.m. Sky Broadband Rapid League. And then, of course, the Sal's NBL from 6:30 p.m. Can the Jets finally get one at home? Nuggets on the road on the double.